Warning. The following stream contains references to graphic violence, sexual themes, and coarse language, and is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to Crimson Conquest, Secrets of the Bloodright Bastion. I'm Drew, your humble dungeon daddy for the evening. Look at this beautiful cast. We even got one extra person. Look, it's Jen. You know Jen.
Wait,
hey, Jen.
Wait a second. This isn't Tuesday?
It's not Tuesday. It's Saturday.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
It's
Well,
fucking
we'll
Saturday?
It's Saturday.
Saturday? My fucking time's all.
It's gone.
I have no idea what I did on Thursday or Friday.
Gone. It's gone. Yeah, we were off for holiday break. But here we are. We've returned. We're you can't kill us. We're back.
Yep.
And,
that was the fear. While we go on break, we would die.
It's possible. I mean, I did internationally travel. So
Undead only, actually.
undead.
None of
Undead.
us are fucking dead.
What do we got to shill today? I know Jin's got something to shill.
Oh, fuck. No, actually, yeah, I've infiltrated the stream today to let you guys know that our season finale for good old Nightmares in the Midnight Vale coming up on Tuesday. So feel free to...
The 9th.
Yeah, the 9th. Whenever you're watching this. The 9th of January. It could be that it's already been out for a while. In which case, you missed us live. Yeah. That's actually why I'm here today. It's all been a ruse. I can't wait to get my 10 seconds of screen time and then be killed by Boulder. So, yeah.
Boulder.
That's why we're here.
Anybody else have anything to shill today? Any shilling going on? Beautiful. No other shills for today. You know what that means? It's time to roll for recap.
Ah, fwick.
Uh-oh.
I guess a mini show while everyone's rolling for recap. Hey, we're going to be using the vampire talents through this and next time. So you might not hear about them a lot through this stream just because I may or may not 5 seconds before we started recording saying, hey, everybody, look at all these things. 41 pages. 41 pages of information to read. But yeah, that's gonna be a thing. So that's fun. That's neato.
It was in that voice as well, which is, you know.
It's true. It's
Impressive.
true actually.
Our
Yeah,
ears
when
are
I'm
only slightly bleeding.
mine are
As you can see, it's actually
bleeding.
just coming out of my ears right now. Where it go?
Actually, my ears didn't bleed. Sidebar. When I did the thing, I was sitting there because everyone was like, "Man, yeah, it can really hurt. It's really scary when you get your ears pierced." And I was like, "Oh, I'm really nervous." And I sat there and I was like, "Okay, I was ready." And I felt the pinch thing. It's like, "Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready." And then she's moving on to the next year, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck? That's it? I want to cry. Hurt me, lady."
I said I'm ready.
I mean, if it was your nose, you would cry, because it's, like, close enough to your eyes, but...
I do hate anything touching my nose, so I feel like just the
Sorry.
principle of like being poked in the nose would make me go. Just kidding. I'm not gonna do
You should
that.
try getting a
Eyebrows.
double nostril on the same time. That is not
Like-
fun.
There?
Like, facial piercings, I feel
No,
like you would cry,
Two
ears...
on one side.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The first one wasn't that bad, but the second one that's higher up, there were tears streaming down my face.
I mean, I cried when I got my ears pierced, but that's because I was like 5.
I don't
For a
remember.
second-
Why
getting
is
my
somebody
ears
coming
pierced
towards me
since
with a
was
needle? I
baby.
didn't consent to this, and then that's why you cry.
So I got an 8.
I got a 3.
Oh, okay. I'm not scared anymore.
No.
12.
Ooh.
Nine.
I got a 15, so.
I'm safe. I got 19.
It looks like it's a Caitlyn tonight, because Jen, even though you watch our streams, you don't have to recap.
Okay, because I was gonna ask, because I did roll, but I was not there. So
You could have made up a whole story. It would have been good.
yeah, this is what I've been doing in the meantime, actually. Your recap is you get no information about what happened last session. You missed everything. Goodbye. Yeah, no, I rolled.
So
like-
the recaps, I give
that.
it break.
I like that recap. Yeah, like I like that recap.
All right, Caitlin, what happened?
Well, Okay, well, if my notes are correct, it was a long time ago that we did this. I think we had just finished resting after being attacked by vampire hunters in the previous session. So we're on our way to Silburn to see this group. We're adventuring in the Limea Woods. At some point, Hoster gouged out his own eye. It was pretty badass. So now Mother Kadira can no longer see us. And then at some point, Haster gave Maeve a copper mask to help protect against the sun, since he's like a human or something now. And at some point, we went fishing, as Ian reminded me that I did not note.
Route.
As we're walking, at some point we saw a dragon off in the distance that was circling the mountain, but it was pretty far off, so the dragon didn't see us or anything, so we're cool. Finally, we get to Rosenton, and we discover that it has been overtaken by kobolds. Hoster ends up fighting like the main bad guy. Maeve secretly helped him, but nobody noticed that. And then Hoster
did
ends
what?
up nothing. She didn't do a damn thing. She was watching you suffer.
Well, okay.
Then Hoster combines with Scale's eye, and so now we controlled the kobolds, and they brought us food, so we feasted. And then Scale doesn't like metallic flesh or the Sanctum Sanctorum, and he doesn't really care about anybody else. So, and that's my notes.
That was actually pretty good.
Okay,
there's a recap inspo for you. And speaking of inspos, let's talk about the inspos we all got from the stream last time. Caitlin, you got 4. Ian, you got 6. Jakey, you got 7. Jane, you got 4. I got 4. And the Noise Gate got 1. And Ren, it was your birthday, and you got 16 inspos.
Wow.
Quite frankly, a disgusting amount of inspiration, but thank you all. You sluts. I look forward to using them
points.
all in one session.
Not me scared. But that does put me at 11 inspos. So, I get to choose something fun to happen from my side as DM. So this is going to be real fun and exciting.
I'm saving my 11 to counter yours.
Maybe.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a noise gate table that is going to be rolled?
When Noise Gate hits 10, actually, it's just we have to do like a silent theater stream where all of our cams are black and white, and we sit there, and then when we talk, and then we add just like little cue cards. It's going to be a nightmare to edit. Please stop giving inspo to the Noise Gate.
Or
The
don't.
fun part. It's me giving
The only,
the inspo.
look, the only person who is given inspo to the noise gate is our DM.
Yeah.
Oh, then you
So,
keep giving
Drew, you
giving
can't
inspo.
pretend to be surprised when you did it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Who
Or
could
is it?
possibly have done this? What kind of mad lad would have possibly given inspiration to the Noise Gate? Ooh.
I ask. Ooh. And last thing before we start, congratulations to the 2 winners of the giveaway that happened on when it happened, which would be Verity. Also, shout out to Verity, Patreon, and Cinderfay. Verity won the Nightmare set, and Cinder won the Vampire set. So those are getting mailed out tomorrow. So yay! All right,
Yahoo!
let's get going. So the party
go.
is in Rosenton. The city itself has been burned to a char. Looks like either pillagers or raiders or something have taken over the town. The party entered into where Haster has now become the head, pretty much, of this Children of the Scale.
It's tough to be a god.
We have left off with Skell discussing the inner workings of the Solar Veil and of, excuse me, the things the good stuff that I totally have right here. Yeah, it's that their syndicate, the Solaris Syndicate. Good job, me.
You nailed
That
it.
is where we have left off. It is currently roughly around maybe midnight at this point in time. The sun is down. Kobolds are running around doing random errands that have been asked of them, as in finding small coffins and caskets for the party. And that is where we have left off.
Rias is zip zooming around, flying around, as I think he still is in his kobold disguise self at the moment. Winged kobold. He is nonstop, just like he has not been able to turn off the method acting part of his brain, and he's just going around like, oh goodness, he was. I know. Last time we played, maybe an in game, maybe what is it? An hour has passed since. He's flying around just yelling on there 1-on-1 and stuff like that, and it's the Doppler effect where it's like, you can hear the warp if you're just standing still, seeing him fly by. It's honestly kind of annoying. I would assume for most people. He's got a vibe though.
Got it. What are the rest of you doing?
Giggling at this, sorry. I can't get over that. It was the actual live Doppler that got me.
Thank you.
I think Maeve was actually at the end of the last one. She was in the process of trying to find like an actual bed to sleep on, rather than a coffin, because she's still a little bit grumpy that she was getting tortured while everybody else was picking out nice, comfy coffins, so she doesn't need no coffin.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
That's my dog.
And reasonable.
Astral also doesn't need a coffin. Is just gonna grab one of the bedrolls that we've been sleeping on this entire time and just find probably like first story floor. Doesn't even have to be like completely covered, just a little bit away from everyone else.
Perfect. And Morgrid, what are you up to?
I am casting a spell for myself.
Ooh. And what does this spell look like as you're casting it?
I am looking at a spider web, and I'm thinking to myself, I want my familiar, and to be able to use my familiar. And so I draw from the spider web some black smoke, and I am molding it and shaping it with my hands. But I'm taking some time to do this.
Perfect. As you are all doing your individual things, Rias, you're flying around. Maeve, you're looking for a bed. Astrafel also looking for lodging. Morgrid doing your spell. Hastur, what was it that you were doing?
Hastur, while after the big combat thing, that kind of like ring-esque that was described with the staircase up, I imagine Hastur has found some cinder blocks and bits of rubble and debris, and has made essentially a makeshift throne of sorts. Power definitely not going to his head. But while he steps up the steps, while he's walking, Hastur, usually having this kind of amorphous blob-like form, starts to, without the rings, help become more humanoid in shape, but more. They're still like their ooze-like body, but there is best to describe almost like because Hastur's huge amount of ooze is very like Grey Hulk-esque person stepping up, wearing just some like comfortable Patrick pants and a torn like shirt with their little ducky classic hood, can't go without the poncho down, and Hastur just sits down very what's his name? Very Black Adam, like he's leaning and just like watching this and being like, this is like I rule these kobolds now. And Hastur's just like watching and just like kind of taking this in of like people listen to me now. And yeah, Hastur's demeanor has shifted a little bit.
Interesting. An
Yeah.
hour or so passes by. Morgrid, your spell finishes. Can you describe what this spider looks like as it forms in your hand?
Yeah, it is like about the size of something that can fit comfortably in my palm. It's like the size of a tarantula, but it's much more spindly and shiny and black, like a black widow. And I place it up on my shoulder, and for the time being, I let it rest on my shoulder.
As you are all doing your individual things, Hastur, in your mind, you hear the voice of Skell.
Hastur. Hastur.
Yes. Yes, I assumed you would just speak to me. I didn't know that. Yes, what?
The kobolds on the perimeter.
Hmm.
They have spotted something.
Something as in food something? Something as in shiny for my friends? Or something as in Hastur needs to go kick some ass?
I do not know.
Well, that's not helpful. As Hastur like gets up, and there's a bit of a moment where Hastur's the kind of form like wanes like Jello, that confidence kind of thing, just like making Hastur revert, but then gets back up. And which side of town do they see?
From the south.
Okay. Hastur's gonna go to kind of everybody, like just quickly, like one by one. Kobold saw something south. Hastur's gonna go see if anyone wants to come with. You're welcome, but also, I'm gonna bring a bunch of my army, because I have an army. I'm Hastur with an army. These are my army. Do you see? Look at all those little guys. Hey, all of you jump! Now spin around. Do a little dance. Tell me I'm handsome.
You are handsome.
Yeah, that's my army. I don't even keep in my sleevey.
I'm gonna drop the disguise self and still just keep flying, kind of like in like a poof of very faint cloudy glitter. Just it's now off, like ripped off. It's like ripped off, like papery skin just turns into a glittery cloud behind me and into nothingness. Yeah, I'll join you. That's not a problem with me.
Oh my God, Rice, where did you come from? There was a kobold, and then did he eat you? I know you're like a bird, but like, how'd you do that?
I don't know. Winks at the camera. I don't know. But I'm back.
So Hastur just like tendrils reach up and grab Rias and just like I will love him and hug him and call him George vibes. And it's like, if anything happened to my boy, I would kill every kobold here. But nothing happened, so we're all good. As Hastur just like lets him go and starts like walking down the street.
And I flare back up. I drop to the ground on my feet and I was, let's go. Flutter.
I also would like to join you. I'm not really doing anything anymore, so I follow along as well.
What was that thing? You were finding webs?
Oh, no, meet my familiar. This is Spidey Woman.
Spidey Woman. That's
Yes.
awesome. Wow.
Yeah, thank you. She's a good companion.
I used to have a
Spidey
roommate
woman?
that was a spider. We didn't talk much, but all I could say to them was thwip thwip.
Oh. Well, maybe you and Spidey Woman will have something in common.
As Hastur keeps walking.
I feel
But
like
every so often,
I
like,
I feel like I, the player, Rin, I'm taking so much psychic damage from that. Honestly.
Disney, don't
Actively,
come
I
for
just
us.
AoE damage. Yeah, you know.
It was the don't need to keep them up my sleeveys that fucking ruined me. I was like, come on, you're better than that.
No, I'm not. I'm exactly where I need to be.
Astrophel and Maeve, are you joining in as well?
How's my search for a bed going?
It's a good question. It's a very good
Didn't-
question.
Wait, did last? Oh no, because Maeve went to go do it. I was gonna say, didn't last time I yell at the kobolds to find everybody like beds or coffins?
Working on it.
But Maeve's got it. So
I just rolled 100 on a D100, so let me tell you
So
the kind of bed you just fucking found, all right? Let me tell you about this fucking bed, all right? This bed shouldn't exist, all right? It's an Alaskan king. It's big. Where is Alaska in this world? Don't know, but that's what it is. Gigantic bed. It's super comfy. What is your comfort preference on a bed? Do you like super soft? Do you like medium? Do you like hard? Like, what kind of bed are we looking for?
What's your sleep number? Not a sponsor.
So I want it to be like firm, but like with a plush pillow top. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
So I can kind of sink down, but I still have all the support.
it's made of modified memory foam.
I don't like memory foam. It is not memory foam.
Oh, today is such a good day.
I miss GFYs.
Me too.
Maeve, what is your favorite color, Maeve?
I'll say red.
It's slowly turning into red, but currently I think it's still green.
Still in the Christmas spirit.
Green, perfect. This bed you have come across is perfect. It is firm underneath. Somehow there's springs with this foam on top. There are these beautiful like emerald sheets, like 10,000 count. Nice, super nice.
I was about to say, if you don't give us a thread count, I'm a riot. Like, straight up.
Million count, all right? It's like pristine. You could get on this bed and then slide off with how slick these sheets are.
Is it okay? But is it packaged in cotton?
Yeah. It's chef's kiss, all right? The pillows are perfect. You have found the perfect bed. You will not be joining your friends. You found the perfect bed. Fuck them. You don't need them. You got the bed.
It's the Marge Simpson meme.
Mixed in with the Homer meme of going into the bush. That is you currently in this bed.
Very good. Very good.
You said the Marge Simpson meme, and all I could think of was, I just think they're neat.
Same. That was the first thing I thought. Holding the giant mattress.
Holding a giant bed. I just think it's neat.
Oh no, it's Homer in it. I'm a goober. It's the I'm just a big toasty cinnamon bun meme. So it's Homer. Sorry. That one. That's my bad.
Two Homer memes combined into one.
Yeah, right. I just had that homie in my head, you know.
Now.
Homie.
Only Caitlin saw that, and I'm glad. So, Astrovel, are you joining your friends?
I mean, I don't have 10,000 count bed sheets, but I am sat down now.
All right.
Like, I'm sat.
You found a
Done.
Actually, hold on. Wait, we're gonna roll for this too. You found yourself a nice place. It's a nice 2-story, not fully destroyed. Got like a, not intentionally made skylight. The two of the moons shining their light down into there. It's beautiful.
That is
Little
actually
scorch
perfect
marks.
because, I'm definitely not looking up at the sky. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a piece of shit. Who gives a shit about the night sky? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine.
Yeah, for sure. The other three of you have started making your way further south. Little kobolds pass you every now and again. Scan! As you keep moving down,
Me.
the three of you end up starting to see these torchlights. And as the torchlights are approaching, you see a caravan in tow. Jen, can I have you describe this caravan a little bit more?
Yeah, I guess I can do that. We got some like kind of like fancy looking like mahogany caravans. Like who the fuck makes caravans out of mahogany? That's like just an excuse to use money. Just an obscene amount of like kind of like silk kind of everywhere. Lots of like deep purples and like greens and just like an excessive amount of just like silks and like chiffons and whatever. There's kind of like this smell of I guess like I want to say like roses and like just really expensive. But that's what we're going for. And there's like plaques on the sides of every single caravan that say Traders Haven Alliance of Caravan Operators. And there's just like there's music coming out of like every orifice of every caravan. And it's like it's a good time. What it is a good time.
It's a good time. The three of you see this caravan approaching. Jen, is your character inside or outside of the caravan?
I think at this time, probably outside. Yeah.
Okay. To continue with descriptions, could you describe to these three what your character looks like?
Yeah. So kind of this very lithe, pale woman, long, kind of wavy, dark hair, pointed-ish ears, wearing kind of like a dancer's costume, by like lack of any other word. Just kind of like lots of flowy sort of like garments, and a like a fox mask covering half her face. Who seems to be probably yelling at somebody. She doesn't seem to be too happy about being here in this moment.
The three of you have now gotten close enough. Are you stealthing around this caravan approaching? What are we doing?
Is the caravan like circling around the town, or are they about to come through?
It appears as though they are coming straight through.
A big old Stetson appears on you boys' head, made of slime, and a little toothpick because this is my town. As I'm gonna Hoster's gonna do a finger whistle and finger wiggle and go to whistle, but because he's made of slime, it's just and he just sits there for a second. God damn it. Army, assemble! And I'm gonna get as many kobolds to come here as possible because I want to see what this caravan's about before they pass through my town.
14 of the 69 appear.
That's, hey, you know what? That's more than 5.
You just hear that.
Yeah, I think Hoster gets them to go. Yeah, exactly. And Hoster's gonna stand in the middle of the road with their friends. I think eventually the Stetson, because it's made of slime, just like slaps back into Hoster's face, and he looks like a bulldog for a second, and then he just makes his head back to normal.
I, being Morgred, I see the mahogany caravan and I cast a message to Hoster and go, give me 3 good reasons why we shouldn't rob this caravan right now.
How high of a number is that? I think if there are people that are bad, like obviously the army, because this is, what's the name of this town again?
This is the city of Rosenton.
So here in the city of Hasturton, you see, we got some certain, expectations with people bringing potential. I heard this word once before. And Hoster just like sits there, a little vein appears on his head. Contraband and things. So who knows? Mayhaps these individuals will be paying a tuppence or two for passing through Hasturton. What did I say the name of this place was?
You say that?
Hasturton. Hoster like
there's a toll. They have to pay a toll.
Yes. Yeah, Hoster's just gonna stand in the middle of the road. Like, so if the others want to still do whatever, but yeah, no, Hoster's staying with and keeping an eye on the kobolds and whatnot.
And Rias, what is it you are doing?
I think when all the kobolds start coming out, I'm gonna flutter up a little bit higher above the ground and look around. Is there like a barrel or a bench or something on the side of the road itself that I could flutter backwards onto and sit down, take out a little book, and start writing?
Yeah, absolutely. There are some like damaged barrels where there's like pieces of holes missing, but the lid of it would be sturdy enough for someone your stature to sit on.
I sit down on it, and my legs do not go over the edge. It's just like me sitting flat with my legs straight out. Just I can't show in the camera. I can't get that far back. But picture like a small doll sitting flat-legged. And also, welcome again back to the visual gag hour. But he goes to sit on a little barrel on the side of the road and says, "You do your thing, friends. I'll watch and yell for me if you need me." And I'm like facing to the book, but looking over the book the entire time.
Hey, little kobold, find Hoster a cool hat and a cigar.
Okay. As
I
How
also
long do you
would
think
like
that's gonna
to-
take?
I'm sending Spidey Woman along into the caravan to check things out a little bit.
skitter, 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 skitter.
Thwip, 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 thwip.
Jin, your character moving along, yelling at one of these other people in the caravan. You glance up ahead and you see this. You're in your normal state, correct, Hoster?
For the most part, like
fluffy guy.
Hoster does look like more. Yeah, he looks more of like a big, muscular person right now. Hoster has more shape to him, but he is still like gelatinous in form to some extent.
So, Jin, your character would see this this individual standing in the middle of the street. Around you are a bunch of buildings that have been scorched, burned, looted, raided, and occasionally, and if I believe I'm correct, you'd also every now and again see little eye shines of eyes staring back at you from rooftops.
I do have a passive perception of 18, so
Yeah, you definitely see majority. You see probably about 12 different eye shines up on the roof.
classic. I mean, have I seen anybody like Hoster before? I've lived a storied life. Have I seen anybody like Hoster before?
Not on this plane of existence, but elsewhere.
Like where? Just out of curiosity.
Most likely the astral plane.
Ah, exciting. Okay, yeah. So, Lorelai gonna come up to like the front of the caravan, heading up this bitch. So, it's like, you know, potential ambush, but somebody's standing out in the road, so might as well meet him.
Hoster, you
Do I talk first or you talk first? As they walk up. Hoster's like standing there kind of like doing the whole like this, but then immediately like their head just kind of sinks a little bit, being like, who talks first?
Oh, you haven't done this before. Interesting.
Done what?
Well, you're attempting to shake us down, right?
Why would I shake you? Like handshake? Like I guess we just met.
Hey, if you want a handshake, we can do one.
Okay, hi, I'm Hoster.
I'm Lorelai. Very nice to meet you. Just like
Just shakes.
handshake. Just
Yeah.
shakes hand.
Yeah. So if someone was shaking you down, what is something they might say? Theoretically speaking, of course. That's a word
I
I
mean-
learned.
It depends on what you want, I guess.
What you got? Hoster like sways on his feet a little bit at this point.
Oh, we have a lot.
Well, then I want a lot. Hoster crosses his arms, standing upright.
Okay, well, I hope you have the gold for it. Just like turning around. Yeah, I'll just like turn around, kind of like instruct, be like, I guess we're open. So,
as you say this, a couple of the caravan doors drop down, the shelves open up. You see these contortionists like crawl out of the caravan and start standing up straight. Some of them are now moving over to grab like wear tables that they slap over the straps over their shoulders. The table comes down. They stand at the ready. In front of
Hoster
you,
doesn't flinch at any of
you
this.
see items on each of these trays.
So yeah, I guess what are you in the mood for? You like alcohol, jewelry, we have weapons, armor, an obscene amount of things from across the plains. We at Thaco try our best to, you know, provide the finest goods possible. For a price, obviously.
Well, question the first.
Hmm.
What is price for someone who's visiting my town?
Oh.
This is my town. As Hoster's hand, like he doesn't point at himself, another hand comes out and he points at himself with that.
How long has this been your town for?
Message Hoster. Say a while. Just say a while.
A while.
Like, how long would you quantify as a while?
A couple hours.
A little
Just
bit less than
individually
that.
blinks.
Yeah, no, that checks. Well, I guess. See, the thing is, like, people like different things. People need different things. So, I'm to give you something. I want you to actually be able to use it. So, I'm willing to give you something in exchange for it being your town for, did you say a couple hours? 2?
How many is that? Hoster's gonna turn. Rias, how many hours is 2?
It's this many. 1 and 2.
Probably a little closer than Hoster, like half a finger pops up. Maybe closer to, maybe even, and then a pinky finger pops up as well. Maybe even like 2.5.
That's
Maybe.
too
No, it hasn't been that long.
many. No, I don't. Mom.
It's been a while.
But you haven't been here more than a day, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah, no, still willing to give you something. Just would figure you should probably be able to use it.
What if
I
I
could just-
wanted 5 somethings?
5 somethings.
Yes, 5 somethings. A non-specific number for a non-specific amount of people who want other cool, neat things. Like oh, Margaret said the word. Oh god. And Hoster just like 404 is trying to say what type of wood it is.
So
Letters.
my assumption is that these 5 somethings are going towards 5 somebody.
Maybe.
Yeah. The thing with that is, I have to meet all 5 somebodies.
Why are you gonna meet all 5 somebodies?
Once again, not sure what you can use.
I flutter over.
Hi, Rias.
What
This is
seems
one
to be,
somebody.
One some. Wait, you're pointing me. I. Thank you. I appreciate your kindness. Is everything going all right, Mr. Hoster here? Yes.
Yes, I am negotiating currently, and I am getting 5 somethings.
He's doing a very good job.
I look over at you at Lorelei. Well, if guys need anything, please do what you gotta do. And I go to flutter back and I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay over here. All right. So what's
Is
no worries. No. Come on over if you want. Do you want to? There's a lot of kobolds. You can just kind of push them out of the way, though. Or
Don't push my army around.
they
I
just
got
need
an
to move.
army.
Oh, you have an army. Oh.
Yes. I have an
Good.
army, and I'm a hunk.
I'm gonna look at
I've
my.
been sitting on that for maybe too long.
I open my book that I have a list of tags for Hoster. All right, let's put hunk in there. That's a new one. I am writing
Spidey
this
Woman
down.
inside of the caravan right now?
Which cart? Which cart?
There, it's a multi-caravan.
first cart.
Yeah.
Is Spidey Woman inside the first cart right now?
I would say maybe able to climb up the side. However, I need, if you're trying to do this stealthily, I need a stealth roll for Spidey Woman.
Am I rolling at advantage or anything?
I'm gonna say not on.
Because it says I have stealth at advantage.
That is for you, not your familiar.
I'm rolling for Spidey Woman then.
Okay.
Well, I just rolled a 20 nat, so
Fair enough. Your spider is up the side of the caravan. It manages to stealthily creep in behind the caravan. And as it does, it can pop up on this windowsill and stare inside. Lorelei, what does Spidey Woman see?
It's like the issue is that they're on the outside of the cart, because it just looks like a curtain. There's a curtain over the window. Yeah. I mean, it's possible the window's open. Staring it out.
Here, I will give a roll for that. It is currently closed as Spidey Woman moves around. Where these little sections had folded down to show wares, Spidey Woman is able to go up and then crawl up on those trays.
Yeah, because I would say the first cart is Lorelei's. Like, that's where they live. So this is my house.
just kind of see what you got.
In a brief glance, what would Spidey Woman see inside the first caravan?
It's pretty cozy in there. Like, got just like nice little bed, got like a little side table with like looks to be probably like some fairly expensive like alcohol maybe. Some like glasses, and just like lots of little trinkets, which seem to be maybe from like a bunch of different places. Like, they don't all seem like they're not expensive trinkets, but they look like they're, I don't know, just like shit she picked up. Just tchotchkes.
We love some good tchotchkes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what your familiar would see inside of there.
So I message Hoster and I say, well, I don't see piles of gold or anything so far.
Well, if you want to meet my friends, some of them are cozy. So come to Hoster's throne. They are near there. Bring caravan. But no, my army's watching. And Hoster does this while walking away.
Your kobold army is watching.
Yeah.
Hoster, I'm not sure if they really are. Looking around, I'm sure there's like a bunch that are kind of like pushing each other or like looking in their packs or like dumping things that they find onto the ground, grabbing the
There's
dirt.
actually like one over your shoulder, Rice, that's just heavy breathing.
Oh. Right,
Jonathan,
did you say the army's not listening?
No, they're listening, but I don't think they're necessarily watching. Sorry, Jonathan the Kobold. I kind of push Jonathan the Kobold back a little bit, and I hover up to Hoster's to the side of Hoster's head and say, "I'm not sure they necessarily are that attentive. They will do your bidding, but how perfect? Who knows?"
I will make them listen then. As Hoster stands a little more upright now, and almost like still water instead of that amorphous shape, Hoster takes like a full shape of like a person. Quite abruptly, that purple draconic eye glows, and Hoster yells at the top of his lungs.
All of you listen and watch. These guests. If anyone pulls anything, Army, you pull them apart. Otherwise, they're welcome. Is Skell clear?
One kobold comes running up to you, Hastur, trips, falls, and then kind of comes to a skid stop slide, stands up with this subpar hat and what appears to be a half-smoked cigar. I got this for you.
Fuck yeah. Hoster puts him on and then just puts the cigar in, but he just holds it in his mouth. He doesn't light it because he doesn't know what cigars are for, and he walks into town.
Lorelei, the caravan you're with all are still standing ready to sell. They're waiting for your word to pack the caravan back up and keep moving.
Yeah, she'll just like turn around and be like, okay, pack it up, we're going.
The contortionists fold up the tables, set them inside, move inside the caravan. Other like jester looking figures kind of bounce back into their caravans. All the doors of the caravan close up as these horses that are, I assume they're horses that are drawing these caravans, correct?
They're like a mix of things.
How do the horses hold the pencils to draw them?
Yeah, like you definitely like you have some horses, but you have like other like horse-like things. Just a mishmash of like weird shit. Like that's all it is.
I love that.
Yeah. You got like two nightmare horses running a caravan that looks like it's like on the verge of burning, like on a constant basis, and it's just like, why did you do this? Like, why did you? Why? Who would do this? But yeah, it's like it's horse-like things at the head of every caravan.
Amazing. You all make your way, leading Lorelei and her caravan back over to Hoster's throne. Astrafel and
What? Hold up. What was with the air quotes?
there was no.
That's Hoster's throne.
I don't know what to talk about.
What you getting at there? Hmm? What
do
should I
mean
say
by
about my
that?
throne? What you mean by that? Hmm?
Trying to start a fight?
Yeah.
Maeve, Astrafel, inside the domiciles you have chosen, you would hear the sound of wooden and metallic wheels and the sounds of horses moving down the street heading towards the center of the city. Whether or not it may draw you out of where you're staying is up to you. Specifically for Maeve, I have a feeling you're really comfy.
Yeah, that sounds. Is there are there any like windows near the bed or anything like that?
I wouldn't necessarily say windows. I would, however, say like busted out pieces of wall to where you could probably see out of those walls.
Okay, I'm just gonna like sit up in the bed and just try to like look out the busted wall, but it is quite comfy.
It's quite a miracle that this bed even exists. In theory, it should have been destroyed. Yeah. Astrafel,
I just don't want anybody else to claim it.
Yeah. Astrafel, the same goes for you. You would also be hearing this as well, and be able to see through small holes in the wall, little scorch marks and things.
Oh, I'm not inside at the minute. I have with the unintentional, definitely intentional skylight. I have scrambled up and I'm kind of like just chilling out on the roof for a bit. So like I imagine I hear this noise and just kind of peek over the edge of the roof like,
Yeah.
what? What's going on?
You'd see this caravan. I believe there's close to how many carts are there, Lorelai?
Like probably at least like 30. Yeah, like there's a lot. It's like we're a guild. We a guild, so buddies.
The caravans are moving down this main road. As Lorelai, you are moving, you see more and more eye shines shining up on rooftops. Occasionally you may see one or two kobolds with just bows and arrows at the ready. They haven't drawn back the arrows, but they're waiting. They're watching. Hoster, you make it back to your throne with Morgrid and Rias.
Yeah, Hoster sits upon it now, like goes up the steps and just sits there. At the foot of the throne is the corpse of the Dragonborn who I beat the shit out of because, gotta have that aesthetic.
Yeah, just a split in half Dragonborn just laying at the base of the throne.
My friends might be resting, so they might not all come out, but you and your caravan guys can show us cool stuff. Hoster just sits like this. Art of the deal.
I mean, like, when you mean cool stuff, do you mean cold stuff? Or do you mean just, like, things that I think are cool? Or...
What's the difference?
Well, I mean, like, I have things that are physically cold. Like from up north. Where it snows.
Hoster's eyes drift apart. Show us both.
Both things. I could do that. Yeah, I mean, like, I have prestidigitation, so I'll just, like, make, like, a little, like, snowflake. Like this. Like, cold.
Is it?
Just, like,
You have a bunch of carts full of stuff, and this is the cool thing?
No. I mean, it's cold like that is.
Oh, I thought you were saying that was one of the things. I was about to be like, guys, these guys don't have cool stuff. They have cold stuff, and that would have been an awkward conversation. Then show us things that you think are cool.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just be like, okay, open up again. Please.
You say that in Astrofel and Maeve, the first time you'd be seeing this, the 30 cards, you see majority of them where the side panels drop down. There are wares, things, you see people crawling out of these caravans, standing up, like, in weird contorted ways. Jesters start popping out. Other very circus-themed outfits are emerging out of these caravans as you see, like I said, a good bit of the caravans contain different sorts of loot and items for sale.
So this is a traveling situation, right? Would I remember having seen this sort of thing before? Like, in the town where I used to live? Not in a specifically like these motherfuckers, but like in terms of like what this is and the kind of stuff that I could
say
get.
Yes, on a much smaller scale. This one seems rather large.
Cool.
I would also say probably same for Morgrid as well.
And I'm just like squints, sinks back down behind the roof, starts scrambling down. Not scrambling, elegantly lowering.
Oh, let's be fair. It's a feral.
I gotta.
Scare.
But how elegant is it really? Acrobatic.
I'll do it. I got proficiency in acrobatics. I'll do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it.
That's a 22. It's elegant as fuck.
Hell
Alright.
yeah.
So elegant.
Flipping
It's
flip.
look how
eleganza,
elegant.
baby. Like I do like a 3-point landing, like stand up, flip my hair back, run my hand through my hair. You know that thing that people apparently can do. And
A single
and then
kobold
just-
holds up a sign that says like a 0-1 and then pause and they flip it, you know, and it's a 10.
and I just go, and then I will slowly saunter my way over, as I am wont to do.
Saunter.
Yeah, I think Maeve is interested enough, at the very least, because there's more bodies. She's gonna go look, but she's gonna make a mental note of where this bed is because it's her bed.
Hi Ash, hi Maeve.
Hello, dear heart.
Have we
I have a
seen
zone
Margaret
now.
yet? Has Margaret been in like just to the side the whole time, or were you like coming up with everybody else?
Morgred?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was actually thinking Morgred has literally not introduced herself. She hasn't said a word out
She's been
loud.
messaging.
She has just been standing in the corner with arms to her side. Meanwhile, she's just
Every
seeing
time we
what
move forward,
Spidey
that's
Woman's
the next
doing.
corner.
Yeah.
Yes. She's just seeing what she's concentrating
shuffle.
more on what Spidey Woman's doing. Spidey Woman's like making her way down the caravan. She's on like caravan 5 right now.
Then I'll give you a little description for what Spidey Woman sees. Moving from different caravan to caravan, you're noticing some of these carts, in fact, most of the ones that have items and loot for sale, very, very fine quality items, most of which you're unfamiliar with, you've never seen, but like Lorelei had said, there's armor, there's weapons, there's potions, there's anything and everything you could think of is in this caravan.
Okay.
Are the people running like part of the caravan? Are they human, or are they other things?
Lorelei, what are these entities?
They're like just a mishmash of like everybody. Like there are some humans for sure, but like you got like Genasi, you got some tieflings, like some elves, like you got some fairies in there too, and like just a bunch of like some Harengon and like some hexborn and like whatever. It's just like a mishmash of like random ass people, kind of all coming together in this like singular thing.
Does there happen to be a bugbear in a jester outfit, perchance?
No, we got kicked out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we don't get married here, so he didn't like he was already on his way out, so
I think we just jump cut to the astral sea floating there being like, well, they left me behind again. And he's just wee.
yeah, we're ethically non-monogamous here, so no wives. So they were already on their way out. We're well aware of Mr.
Gone but
Gungus.
not forgotten. GP.
Yeah.
Love you, Gungus.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be getting a good work reference, but we're well aware of who that is.
But yes, Maeve, that is what you see. This mishmash of different races and lineages, all running different caravans.
I think at this point I'm gonna go and go up to Morgrid and ask her what the hell this is, while she
Well.
starts to salivate a little bit.
There are a lot of beings here, and there's a lot of finery. And right now, dear Maeve, I am pondering how to acquire these things, whether it be through bargain or otherwise.
Anything in particular you want?
I've got my eye on some of this fine armor, and it looks quite magical as well, so it's caught my fancy.
Whereabouts in this caravan is that?
Caravan 4.
Cool. Maeve is going to attempt to nonchalantly walk through this caravan. She's going to. This is Maeve trying to be good. So I don't know what you want me to roll for that.
If you're doing it in a nonchalant, kind of stealthy way, I would say go ahead and roll a stealth just to see how nonchalant you're being about this.
10?
Lorelai, you would absolutely see this. In fact, most of your compatriots also would notice.
Well, thing is, when I get new customers, I do really like to get to know them. So, I mean, your friend over there is welcome to stay in the corner for as long as they like. Corner might keep moving. But I do have a deck of cards I can pull for you guys. Wouldn't mind.
You do have many things here.
I do, not those cards.
I don't know what you're talking about. And it flutters back into a shadow, comes back out. It was a bit.
Yeah, if we had those would not be on display.
I couldn't imagine. Oh my goodness, I've read about. I could go on. I
do have an otherwise wonderful deck, but.
Anyone else do magic tricks with this deck? Is anybody else interested in the deck?
I'm still trying to figure out what I won for being such a good negotiator. Because we said that now that we're getting cards, and then there's getting five items. So right now I'm just like, if we're playing cards because we won them fair and square, being top negotiators, I will gladly accept a deck of cards.
Well, I mean, you would pull from this deck. The deck's mine, but you're welcome to take from it.
So the deck is yours, but you want someone to take from it?
What exactly do these cards do then?
A variety of things, honestly. I will be honest, not always good, but there is good in it. But yeah, I have no control over what happens when you draw cards, so.
So the incentive is there might be something good, but
it's more good than bad. But there
doesn't really sell me on it. It's still leaving a lot up to chance.
As Hastur's already like reaching out and just going like, "Yeah, chance. I wasn't gonna do."
Well, I've seen people draw magic items out of the deck, but I've also seen, their items be taken from them and hidden close by, so you don't lose them.
Again, really not selling me on this.
So wait,
well, and sometimes
it's a deck of cards that's not a deck?
Well, it is a deck. You draw cards, and depending on what you draw, you might get something good or bad.
When a card is drawn, is the possible effect only going to affect the being who draws the card, or if a magic item appears, is it just out for the taking?
If the magic item comes out, it'll be something you can use. Any of the effects usually don't last for too long. The magic items will stay, but anything else, if it affects you in some way that changes your essence, doesn't last for longer than usually a few days.
Rye starts to reach for the deck. Guys, I think I might want to pull a card. Does anybody have any objections to me pulling a card? And as I'm saying that, would I be able to pull a card?
Oh, yeah.
You have to declare how many cards you are pulling.
2.
2, okay.
Pull 2 cards, please.
Let me just double check how many numbers.
Who else likes to gamble? Da 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 da. I know I don't. This is scary to me.
Technically 21 cards in the deck. So. If you can roll a d21 or just like roll a d20 and then roll.
I'm gonna flip a coin to see if it's +1 or +0 first.
Ooh.
It is plus 1, so d20. 17. And then the second.
Okay, so so you first you pull the end card, which is an omen of death. So you're gonna take 2d10 necrotic damage.
I've had worse.
And your hit point maximum is gonna be reduced by that amount.
Is this a you said it's a temporary effect? Ow, my bones hurt.
Yeah, your hit point maximum can't go below 10 hit points though.
Okay.
So it won't
no
kill
worries.
you.
No worries. I am a wizard, but not not that feeble of a wizard.
Can I see this like while Reyes is drawing this? Can I see this like happening, like this card about to hurt him?
I don't know. Can you?
I feel like if the card is going to affect me, I don't know if it's going to be like something reaches out of the card, but like I draw it and look at it, and then like for a moment I go, and like my skin becomes all pruny and wrinkly and I feel better, but not my bones. My bones have been necrotized. Every time I move my shoulder.
Yeah, this'll just affect you until your next long rest, unless somebody has remove curse.
That might be.
I'm still gonna use my ability with Unshakable Undead. Hey, talent tree, and I'm gonna reduce the damage by some, because I can do that for allies. So you reduce it by 12 damage, whatever you take.
I can't remember what the total was off the top of my head. Holy shit! So
D10 plus my con mod.
So how much damage did I end up taking? Did you say?
2d10 necrotic.
2d10. Okay. And it's -12 technically.
Yep.
-12.
That is. I'm so glad you did that because that's 15. So 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, your hit point maximum will just be reduced until your next long rest.
Cool.
By 3.
What was your second number?
11.
Okay. Here. This is gonna be the two things that I just mentioned were bad. Is this both of them happening? Yeah, you get the vulture. One non-magical item or piece of equipment in your possession, as chosen by the DM, disappears.
Yo, is this the one that like appears somewhere else in the area?
Yeah.
I love that.
So you can go and find it.
What's
it's
in my
close
inventory?
by.
I'm about to go look.
Oh yeah, have fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
I don't think anything happened. Put the card down my. The card is in my inventory.
Interesting.
So a non-magical item in my inventory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a 15 perception to find it because it's concealed, but
Oh, not
yeah.
a problem.
Rice,
Yes.
you don't notice this at first, but the rest of you do. Rice, why are you nude? Where have all your clothes gone?
You know, it is a little windy out today, huh?
I am making
Hand
a
Rice
point
my
of-
hat.
I'm making a point
Thank
of
you.
appraising the goods.
I did not hear
And
what
then
you
you look
said.
at the caravan, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Nice.
The last time it happened, somebody just lost a watch, so this is new for me.
No, it's new for you.
Okay, you
Nice.
lose points for the pun.
I don't know where my robes have gone. I start flying at like just above people's head length. Like maybe like it's like shoulders are a little bit above people's like general.
It's like Uber for sex. It just appears in my face.
It's
Awesome.
So I might dash to someone's door in this state. Not a sponsor. Not really though. Where are my robes? I rolled a 7 to try to find it, so it's I can't find it. Well.
So first, your car's hurt, my friend. Then they took
Hold.
his clothes.
Yeah, those were. Of course, it's the 2 bad things I said could happen out of the deck that happened back to back. Like I said before.
I can pull one to try to find my clothes. I'm gonna pull one more card. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
It just hurt you. This
I've
lady
had
is
worse.
using cards that are gonna hurt you.
I've had worse, my friend. It's fine.
Hasturton's head slowly turns. This card had better not hurt my friend.
Can
Once
I do
again,
a quick
no
perception check to
control.
see if I can see Rise's clothes?
Yeah, absolutely. A
5.
Nope.
Is it another
You're too
bad?
distracted by the goods.
Yeah, I'm too
Oh.
distracted by that sweet butt.
How are you pulling nothing but bad cards? Less than half of these are bad effects. You get the
Let me do
dusk
it.
effect. So, you get disadvantage on initiative rolls until your next long rest.
I see no downside.
This, unlike the other 2 cards, Rias, this one you don't feel any positive or negative on. You're just doesn't feel like anything's happened to you.
I feel a burst of energy. I'm gonna go punch a barrel. I look over. I'm on the ground next to the barrel. It went.
Like the last time somebody pulled from these cards, I got 500 gold pieces. So I don't know what's going on here.
All of a sudden,
Sounds
out
like-
of her right ear, Lorelai hears, "I want to take a chance," and Morgard's standing like right over her shoulder.
Nice to meet you.
Cannot believe you're buying into the charlatan, but whatever.
Hastur like holds up while the cards are being drawn and makes on his hand like 3 strikes and just moves one of them and keeps looking.
More
You're
red.
getting warmer because I can see where your clothes are.
Well, better look again. It's in the barrel I went to fight, isn't it? I pull up the barrel. I just rolled a 20 on my perception. I'm sorry, 4 on my perception. It's
You lift up the lid of the barrel. There's a kobold inside in these actually not oversized robes. They're perfectly fit robes. There's just this kobold. Hi.
Jonathan, no!
Jonathan the kobold, give me back my robes now. I just start to pull it
You're
over,
just
and
having
this is
this
when
fight
everyone
with
looks
the-
over and I'm on the ground.
There's just a kobold running away in wizard robes.
I get up and fly right after him.
Morgrid, do you happen to have a coin near you? Actually, or
like-
I should say, Jane,
yeah.
do you have a coin near you?
I was like, something like flippable.
Yeah, just like a table or a
Something
coin.
flippable, like these sweet dicey encounters, little
D2s.
D2s. Wow, they're pretty
Wow.
rad. My green screen makes them look invisible, which is also pretty sick.
Wow.
Wow.
All I've got are all these dice.
All right.
You
Green
gonna rock
screen
that?
makes these Hoster dice,
Oh,
Ooh.
it does make Hoster dice. Look at
right?
that. Here, just roll a d4 on a 1 or 2. It's
Okay.
going to be a +1. On a 3 or 4, it's not going to be a plus anything. So you roll
Okay.
it. Let me know what you get.
All right.
Well, if we want, I can just have one of the cards taken out of the deck because that one is a one-time only card that just dies afterwards.
We'll do that. So instead,
Yeah.
just roll a d20.
Okay,
just
rolling a D20.
Just roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Just roll it.
Just roll
Just
it.
roll it.
You just,
roll
you
it.
just gotta roll it.
Oh,
Oh.
she got a 14.
How many cards are you drawing?
3.
3. Okay. So 14.
I think I rolled a 4.
14.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. So you get the beginning card, which is the opposite of the end card. Your HP maximum and current hit points increased by 2d10. And will be thus for the next 8 hours.
So roll 2d10.
I told you. Some of these are good. I swear to
They've all
God.
been good. They've all been good so far. This is fun.
Rias, you literally, I watched your veins turn to like goop. You started to look like me, and you're not supposed to.
Can that kobold I'm chasing make a Constitution? I think it's Constitution.
Stop fighting our army.
A Wisdom saving throw.
It's gonna be a 17 from Jonathan the Kobold.
I go to whack him then.
It's just an
Jonathan,
all-out-
give Rias his clothing.
Actually, I'm gonna go bite him. We're off there. I'm gonna
you
grab
two
him.
are having this full-on like grapple fight, just two of the same size people just fighting for these robes. As Morgrid, what did you end up rolling on those 2d10?
A 5 and a 7.
I can math. That's 12. All right.
Yeah.
You have 12 added to your maximum HP for the next 8 hours. After you pull this card, you notice this like golden shimmer appear on yourself, on top of your skin, your clothes, everything. The rest of you would all notice this like golden energy just.
Sorry, did what?
I can't make that noise again. I don't know what just happened. I don't even know how that happened.
You were
What are
suddenly
your other?
possessed.
What are your other rolls so I can get your cards for
We need 2 more d20 rolls.
you? Mm-hmm.
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I rolled a 12 and an 18. So 12.
Okay. So you get the Chaos card, which our lovely Dungeon Daddy can choose. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. It'll
So
be
that's
resistance
5.
for 1d12 hours.
That's 5 choices.
Yes. Just to make it difficult.
He said it was acid, cold, and what was the third option?
Fire, lightning, or thunder.
You have fire resistance on top of your fire resistance.
Oh,
For 1d12 hours.
You
And then
notice this as you're looking for the 18, this golden energy now has like licks of flame on it. Looks pretty badass.
Ash, are good or bad things happening right now?
And the final one is the knife card. So you get an uncommon magic weapon you're proficient with that just lands in your hands. And the GM chooses the weapon, so.
It's a really cool dagger that I totally am prepared for and not searching for this very moment.
Mm-hmm.
Cool
I think
dagger.
uncommon
This
is
dagger.
like +1 or something. Or it can be something else. It's a dagger of flipping, I don't know.
I believe Dagger of Warning is an uncommon, correct? Let's look. Dagger!
Yes.
A Dagger of Warning has landed in your hands. It's a
Wow.
it's a rather cool looking dagger.
So cool.
It's silvered. It has like this little elven script on it. You feel like, who knows, maybe it might glow blue if the danger approaches.
Oh, reminds me of something.
I don't know what.
I don't know what.
Yeah, like I said, I don't control the deck, but it seems like your friend took that other friend's luck, so.
You just hear fighting in the distance.
And your pants?
Right,
I
you
messaged to Hoster. I'm like, okay, I like this. I like this group. This is cool.
Do you want to draw cards? I mean, once again, it's a gamble. And you can draw any of the cards they've already drawn, so.
Hoster will wait to see what friends do.
Rias, you emerge with your robes, just finally. There lies
I'm
Jonathan the kobold in the back, just like.
down my chin, down my neck, there's kobold blood, and I'm walking out kind of like somebody who just is fucking hung over as hell, like drinking whatever the hell with an open robe, but it's still just the robe, blood dripping. Can I do one more?
Hoster's arm extends out, grabs Rias by the head, like, thwip, and just pulls him by the chair. And is just like, "We're not drawing more cards until you get better luck."
Watch this. I rolled a 3 on that die.
Oh my god!
As you're getting
We're
pulled
drawing
away,
one card?
just
I
grab
swear
a
to-
card as you're
If
getting
this
pulled
card
away.
hurts my boy,
I thought I was your boy.
There's the 20.
oh
on the
my
die.
sweet boys.
Is it a 20?
Pat, 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 pat. But it's like Jello hand, so it's like pat, and then suddenly Astrofel's hair just like thwump pompadour.
Okay. Yeah, you get a permanent proficiency in wisdom saving throws. And if you already have the proficiency, you instead gain proficiency in either intelligence or charisma saving throws.
I'll take charisma.
And that is a permanent bonus. So you have proficiency in that forever.
Forever.
So that's just the stat itself.
It's the saving throws, so you'll get proficiency now. So whatever your proficiency bonus is, and that's either wisdom saves, or if you already have that, then charisma or intelligence.
Why does my smile feel ever so much more devilish? Foster, I think I'm good.
Okay, but please stop drawing cards. I don't want to see you lose stuff and get hurt.
Again.
Fine, I won't pull any. Again, maybe, but also I feel fine. Just my bones. It's just my bones that hurt.
As someone without bones, I'd like to assume that bones make up a lot of you.
Bones are kind
Yes.
of important, dear.
Yes, I mean, as I move, you can still hear. All my joints are not feeling good, but I'm fine.
Maeve, as you've been perusing around the rest of the caravan, trying to be nonchalant as possible, your hunger has taken over your will not to be bad. You are wanting to lash out at one of these people.
Are any of them talking to me?
Well, it's fun while this lasted. Foster doesn't say this, of course.
I think I might have mentioned before to you, Drew, it'll be a 50-50.
Yeah. All right.
So, Maeve is trying to
50?
Lower
Go
on the
to-
50.
So they are or are not?
R.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Maeve is gonna try and go to cart number 4, to see what, like, armor Morgrid was talking about that she wanted. Do I make it?
Yeah, you're looking at this armor. There's quite a bit of it in front of you. You see fine leathers, you see chainmails, plate mail. You see a whole assortment of different fine armors. Some of them have runes etched into them. Looking very nice.
Okay. Is there, like, the person that's working this cart? Are they, like, nearby?
I would say they are. This particular cart has a lizard folk who stands there with this like strap around, very much like the people who sell popcorn at like baseball games. Like they have this tray in front of them full of items and kind of blankly just staring off as you're at this cart.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Maeve is gonna try and get his attention and be like, "Hey, how much is this over here? And like point to something that's like right in front of her, you know, just see if he would come closer.
Yeah. He will move closer. Not really saying anything, just kind of like moving up to glance at what you're pointing at.
Okay.
No words are said.
What is? Okay, Maeve doesn't have the patience for that. So she's just gonna try and bite him.
Lorelai, what happens?
You're faced with fang teeth as well, so
Okay, well.
As you go to bite, this lizard folk turns to you. The lips snarl up as you can see two very pointed fangs face back at you. Get a nice.
Are they all vampires? Do I think that?
Maeve, what feeding type did you choose?
Not the one that I can eat vampires. The ghastly gorging.
Wait, you chose ghastly gorging?
Yeah, that's not the one.
That's the one that lets you eat undead.
yeah.
That's the only one where you can just eat undead. Yeah.
I guess the other thing would be though is that because you've been nonchalant, that's at least 15 other people that are staring at you right now.
Roll a perception, Maeve. Let's see if you notice. It's going to be at disadvantage, as you had failed your original save.
I don't know if Maeve cares about that.
Okay, fair enough.
The 20 at disadvantage.
20 at disadvantage. Before you go in for a bite, you would notice that the other ones that were around these other caravans, immediately the trays have been set and they're in a stance staring at you as you were, I assume, going in for a bite.
I think Maeve can stop once she starts.
Okay. Please roll to hit. Lorelai, you would notice this.
Do we also notice this, like, with the original stealth check of, like, 10?
Everybody has a passive above 10, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
In that case, yes, everybody else would also notice this.
It was a 14 to bite.
Okay. You said a 14? This first bite is going to miss.
As much fun as we're having right now, would really appreciate if you get your friend under control.
My friend acts of their free will. I don't control them. That being said, if they're hurt, that's when I have a problem.
Oh,
My town.
Well, I also have a problem when people under my control. Not asking you to control your friend, but maybe
You literally just did.
kindly ask your friend. I'm asking in the nicest way possible to not eat the people under my charge.
Then you better go ask them.
I won't be asking. So, they know you. That's why I'm asking.
You don't know me. You don't know any of us. You just turned up. And this whole nicey, I'm a tradesperson thing is fun, but if you have a problem with our friend, you go and talk to our friend.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That would be. I'm just gonna ask them to bring them over here.
Yeah. As you do, the 15 other vampires, Maeve, have now surrounded you. I'm going to need some grapples. They are going to be at disadvantage. The only reason I say this is there are 15 people about to grapple you.
Okay. What do I need to roll for that?
It can be in athletics
Or acrobatics.
or acrobatics.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay. 8.
An 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's 15 rolls.
I know.
With that, Maeve, it looks like 8 of the 15 have grabbed you and are now walking you towards the front of the caravan. None of them are injuring you.
I'm still gonna try and bite them. Well, they are not. You can't grab me. I'm.
You can do.
crazy.
You can try to bite. It is going to be at disadvantage. You are currently restrained.
Okay. That was a 4.
As you go out for the bite, they literally have you positioned to where there is no movements. 8 of these other entities are holding your friend Maeve, not injuring.
I'm well aware, but last time this happened, Maeve. See, if it was literally anybody else, I think this would be a different circumstance. But the fact that it is Maeve right now, being fully restrained, Hoster stands up and says, "They're going to put them down now."
Oh, no, your friend is hungry, so, and I'm just, like, gonna pull out a blood vial from my backpack.
Can I cast a spell?
While restrained, I don't believe so.
If the
If there-
spell's
if
only
there's-
verbal components, then I think it should be fine. But if it has like
If it is
Somatic.
Somatic
yeah,
or material.
So what
Yeah.
are what is it? Is it just a verbal?
Thunder. It's Thunder Wave. I'm not sure.
I can pull that
Like
up.
it's just a thunderous force sweeps out from you.
It's verbal somatic.
Okay, so you would not be
Yeah.
able
Can
to
I
do
get a
this one.
wisdom save,
be able to do that.
please?
Maeve, would you roll a wisdom save?
– 17.
That is too low. Yeah, so you're gonna vanish for a turn, and your spell is wasted.
Maeve, you just
Good old
blink.
temporal shunt.
You blink for
I
a
mean-
moment.
No, you know what? It's done. It's done. Never mind.
Yeah. I'm still
I-
pulling like the blood vial like out and stuff, and just like walking over.
I think I'm gonna start calling people temporal shunts. That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Your
Uh,
friend isn't hurt. They're just
Lorelai, you make your way
Going
over
through
to
time.
where Maeve was. Maeve, as you return, Lorelai stands with a ever warm, I believe it is, or ever, goodness gracious, words, ever fresh blood vial. This nice, almost potion looking vial with gold runes on it. You know this from Rias to contain blood inside. Nice, fresh, warm blood.
Is Maeve still being held?
At this point, I would say no. However, you do have 15 other vampires surrounding you.
I'm gonna assume that you come from where everybody else does. And I'm hungry. So this one's in the house.
Yeah, Maeve is gonna look around and notice like that she's still surrounded, and she's just gonna like snatch the vial and drink it.
The hunger that you had, Maeve, is soon taken care of. It's quelled, and your rational brain starts kicking in again as you glance around, noticing you've been surrounded, but a kind gesture has been offered to you. Rias, Astrafel, can you two roll? I'm gonna just say intelligence checks.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm gonna use an inspiration on that. Why not? Never mind.
36, I think. No, I'm sorry. That's not how much. I was looking at my
Intelligence check.
That's how he views himself.
Wow!
I just read the wrong number, and I was like, "That's not what that's supposed to be." That is a 31, though.
31.
Your brain actually, the last time you pulled a card, actually became like 50.
Hold
So
on. Where's
Jimmy
my
Neutron's
where is this number coming
blast?
from? Oh wow, that is not how math works. Holy shit! I'm sorry. 26. Oh my god.
I was like, that's impressive.
I just went,
You level 4 bean. Even with a 26, Lorelei, Rias now knows what level that spell was cast at. If you
it's
could...
a 5th level spell.
5th level spell. Rias, looking at this 5th level spell, you have a feeling that the person you all have been talking to might contain some power behind their words, and might be someone you might not want to trifle with too much.
I would even say worth being an ally. I after that spell is cast, I'm like, huh. I fly over. Do you have any scrolls you just are willing to offload? I'm trying to really fill up my book here, and it's a horrible, horrible task.
Well, I mean, if the thing is 5 particular people wanting 5 particular items, I'm sure I can pull something up for you.
Wow. Oh.
So are all of you from there?
From the well, it's kind of a big question when you say from there. I'm not from there. I'm from, I mean, wings. I'm not from here.
Progeny of the Crimson Cunt.
That's a fun one. I'm writing that one down too. Host is a hunk and the Crimson Cunt.
Yeah. See, I don't nickname my spells. I've seen some people do it. Temporal Shunt is very, very close to being what I want it to be, but I didn't learn it that way, so.
Understandable. I mean, like I said, fun thing to call a friend. Crimson?
I was made there. Why does that matter?
Don't say that there. Don't say it around the people from there. Oh, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being from there. It's just I'm in the habit of taking people away from there because I hated it.
What do you know of the Bloodright Bastion?
Well, I'm pretty familiar with most of the big people, or at least I was. Used to be an advisor for a while, but managed to leave after a century or two.
Interested at this point because she said that she hates it. So Maeve's just gonna ask. Maeve just asked, what made you leave?
Oh, I wasn't allowed to, so that'll make anybody want to leave.
How did you manage to leave unscathed?
Chipping away at my own psyche for about 100 years.
Huh.
So, it's whoever makes you has some control over what you do. So, my maker, our good old Crimson friend, told me I couldn't leave, so I didn't. But then I did. So, we're... yeah.
You could find your maker if you don't know who it is?
Well, there's 2, generally.
There's one.
So the person that turns you, they can call on you at any time. But it's the ones of the person that, like, makes you, like, a real vampire, too, that has power over you as well. So, most of the time, based on how many of your kittens exist, most of the time people don't even notice. So then you can get away for as long as possible, and not have to worry about it. But when I was made an advisor, I was enough on somebody's radar that there was a continued attempt to keep me in check. So,
How do they call on you?
Get in your head. Like they just call on you, and then it's somebody's voice in your mind telling you what to do.
But you don't have to do it, right? You can ignore it.
No.
Well, I'm not going back. They can call me all they want. I'm not coming back.
I mean, you can tell yourself that. But your maker has some power over you until they release you, so...
What if he wasn't turned?
You were never turned.
Hastur was made this way, born this way.
Well, it's likely that if you are in the same situation as everybody else, some of their blood was put in. Is that accurate? Or someone's blood was put into that. And whoever that person's blood is your maker.
Is there a way to use that connection the other way? Find them.
I mean, possibly. I don't know. I don't think this is something Lorelei's ever looked into, to be honest. So, yeah, frankly, I don't know.
Being that Lorelei already knew who made them, probably never a thought.
Yeah.
While
I mean,
the question
possible.
is asked, could I don't know what kind of role it would be. Could Hastur try and discern, like, I guess of kind of like whether it's everyone here or just himself, like where, like I guess like what would constitute like our makers then? Because Hastur doesn't really fully know whose blood he was made of. Hastur saw for the others and doesn't really know for like Ash. So like, I don't know what kind of role that would be to like figure that out, I guess. Because if there's someone that has power over all of us, is it the same person or is it different? Like,
For if you're gonna be rolling this, Hastur, unfortunately it's not gonna be great for you. However, it is going to be an intelligence-based check.
God.
I would either say you can do a straight intelligence or
never
a history.
Those are both the same with a classic -3. So, you know, here we go. Here we
You
go.
want my
So-
18 portent?
No, I do not. I want a Dicey Encounters natural 20. Hastur die. Hold her up, baby.
Hastur.
So that is, I don't know if it affects nat 20. That is a 17 with -3.
I'm gonna just say, you know, it's a nat 20 anyways, and you know we play around with those. Hastur, you were there for the quote-unquote creation of true vampirism for these, at least 3 of them. You know, for Maeve, Rias, Morgrid. Speaking of, you know, it's literally Sovereign Orion is their true maker.
Okay.
For Astrofel, you're not sure. For you yourself, with a nat 20, I'm just like, you know, there's one particular person that said a name that has controlled you before.
Okay. Interesting.
That's Jonathan the Kobold.
Just off in the background.
I mean, it's possible if you have blood or whatever. You could use maybe scrying or something of that effect. I know you can use like hair and stuff like that, but I don't know.
Goop?
I don't
Oster
really know
doesn't
how it
bleed.
works. Yeah, I don't really know how it works once you've been changed, so.
Hmm.
Yeah. If I needed to find my maker, I know where to look. Yeah, I know I recognize it's not the same for everybody.
So,
Go ahead.
wait,
sorry.
your master, your maker, I guess, made you, and they controlled you, but then you escaped. But how don't they control you anymore?
Well, once again, very, very long time of just like little rebellions. Tiny little ones. Like, don't get off of that bed for the entire day, and then I would for 10 seconds. But yeah, it was just 100 years of little rebellion until finally I had enough to just leave the plane, and then I stayed off it for a while, and that seemed to stop it. So, and then I think they forgot about me, so I don't have to deal with it much anymore.
Do you think that you being around us as a group would maybe put a pin back in their map of you?
Oh no, they can't see me.
How can we make that happen to us?
Oh, well, there is the classic plane hopping, so you can go to a different
Yeah, of course.
different plane. There's plenty of really nice places. I hear the plane of fire is great this time of year. Or
Like your
you
deck
know,
of cards.
like my deck of cards. I mean, like astral plane's great, as long as you can avoid the dragon there. Feywild's fantastic as long as you stay in the right courts. Here, Shadowfell's nice. You can stay outside all year.
I honestly think that Morgrid may enjoy the Shadowfell. Have you heard of the Shadowfell, Morgrid? Have you delved into the histories of?
Actually, have I? I don't know.
I'd probably say no. If anything, you've probably delved into the history of the Nine Hells a little bit, possibly looking for your father. Other than that,
But while you're on the material plane, you can use this very nice, fancy amulet that we sell for gold pieces. She's just gonna like lift kind of a an amulet out of her costume. In the chat, if I can. Yeah, it's got like a little kind of like closed eye on it, with like a little, I think it's a divination symbol. But yeah, it's I like to call this the "Don't fucking look at me" amulet. But the whoever made it calls it the amulet of proof against detection and location. So it keeps other people from perceiving you. Through
Need
divination.
that IRL.
Yeah, right.
Right?
True.
So yeah, so
You
people that
can't
are trying to
perceive
look at
me.
you through sensors. So regardless of whether they're scrying on you or not, I am effectively invisible.
I would love to make one of these into a ring of sorts. I'm already wearing. It's it amplifies my magic sometimes when I prick my finger, and I've done it once. I'm worried to do it more.
Ooh, Lorelai, roll a history.
Yes.
Ooh, how exciting! I get to roll a dice. Ooh. History. I'm not the best at. 17.
That's pretty fucking good though.
You've heard of this amulet before. It's a crimson amplifier. It increases whenever the user releases some of their blood into said magic item. It amplifies their magical abilities a little bit. But yeah.
I just have this drum. Just like. Yeah. I just
play a
have this drum. Yeah. I'd like to think it's more like a tambourine, but yeah.
Percussion.
Yes.
Go on.
Okay. We'll we'll just do a quick performance. Yeah, it's me and the 14 other vampires.
Holy shit!
Now presenting feet hitting the ground really hard, not related to stomp.
Yeah, we're gonna do our little dance routine. Do I need to do a performance check? Is this the thing I need to do?
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, that's a natural 20. So that's a 36.
Can I make that a 2?
Yeah, that's an 18 then.
It's still a fucking high amount, but it's not 36.
Still an 18. Just feel like the clothes like slightly fall under the foot. But yeah, trip a little bit, but yeah.
I didn't even see that.
It's still a very nice
Still an 18.
performance, but God
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah. The thing is, the last time I played a divination wizard, I only used my portent dice on cards. So anytime I was playing cards against anybody, I was like, I'm gonna use my portent dice to be just slightly higher than you. And then it's like, why are you doing this? We're your party. Why are you stealing our money? And I'm like,
Magic man.
We're getting
Oh my
closer and
God.
closer to a long rest, and I have these rolls to make.
Can I give one of my inspo to Reyes for that? Because that was goddamn hilarious.
Do it.
Yeah. Take an inspo.
You see,
yeah,
comedy.
it's the flowy clothing. It's the flowy clothing, really, is what it did it for me. But
It's dark, it's drab in here. There's a bunch of lizards who don't know the arts. That's wonderful.
What?
Jonathan
what,
in the
hey,
background, just like, eh.
why make a pointed statement about my army? Come on, Reyes. Like, I feel like they know like 3 things about art. That it starts with an A, that people do it, tambourine.
Honestly, that was very impressive.
Thank you.
The spelling part was actually very remarkable there.
What part? Hostage
The
eyes drift apart.
Almost had him.
But yeah, no, this is our little group of misfits, yes. But yeah, I mean, I think we have more of these amulets in stock if you find your rings right on. But if you're gonna get called back to the Bastion, I don't know what else to say other than good luck.
Need it. Or maybe
What kind of cool stuff do you have that you wanted to show us?
Well, I did pick up this thing that I thought was pretty cool, but I haven't used it. So, I mean, one of you
Is it
wants
this?
it.
Is it this little porcelain horse? It doesn't feel mad. Is it just a mundane little porcelain horse?
That was just on the ground in the town. Why did you pick that up?
A kobold runs, grabs it from me. Oh,
Well,
But
I
was
did
it
pick-
this porcelain horse? Hoster also picks one up off the ground.
fuck ton of them.
They're just everywhere.
There was just a little.
Jonathan, you
porcelain
really need to
horse.
learn to clean up after yourself.
Sorry. Grabs another one. Scoots.
How is it that Jonathan the Kobold has had more character development than most of us?
I'm sorry. Hoster's eyes drift apart.
Horse rises up.
Yeah, I do have this thing in my backpack that I haven't used in a while. So I mean, if one of you can get some use out of it and just like pull the haversack to the front, stuff my hand in there, pull out what looks to be like kind of maybe like a drinking horn, but it looks to be made out of like a dragon's claw.
What does it do?
I think you
well,
blow in one end and it makes sound.
I was thinking drink.
it does make drink. So essentially, this is something that we sourced from some ne'er-do-well that decided to step into a dragon's horde for whatever reason you would do that. Sat there for a while, just like percolating, real good. So essentially, with this, I don't know if you've heard of like an alchemy jug before, where you can just like make like mayonnaise or not mayonnaise. I don't know what else you make from an alchemy jug, but this one can
What's
be
not
filled with like
mayonnaise?
Anything else?
anything else. But yeah, but this one makes you can make ale or olive oil or like a healing potion or a climbing potion, or like a fire breathing potion, or like a better healing potion, or mead. So, yeah, I haven't needed this one in a bit.
And just does that? You just make things to drink out of the horn?
Yeah, it's only once a day, but yeah, you just like speak into it like what you want. It gives you a little order. It's nice.
I'm still a little, I think, realizing the sequence of events here. I think I'm a little lost on what this is going to cost to us. Most things aren't just, well, you greeted us. Here's 5 items for 5 people.
Right,
But
that's
this town has
exactly what
belonged
this
to your
is.
friend here for 2.5 hours.
Yes, I was told we're getting 5 nice things. So there's no cost for us. That's what I was told.
Yeah, anything beyond the 5 nice things, though, those you gotta pay for.
Wait, we got.
Unless you want to do chores for me, you can do chores for me. But yeah,
Chores are easy. I mean, you're a cat. You're a spell cat. You press to digitate. You can clean things. It's chores.
I don't think they mean those kind of chores.
Hoster can clean every kind of crevice. Sometimes I just go in there and I'm just not eat at all.
I can't tell you what I'm thinking.
See, I thought it was gonna be like you put things over and it like sticks, but eating is much better.
I used to be part cube.
Ah.
Hoster just sniffs after saying that. And then just one blink, another blink.
But yeah, I mean, like, well, obviously, I don't know why you guys are out here. This place is terrible. I never intended for us to even come here. But well, not to shirk your town that you've had for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say this place rules.
But yeah, it's the only place in the several mile radius that has a teleportation circle that's working. So.
What?
Wait, what?
What now?
Also, we have a water slide. Hoster points at a plank that a kobold falls off of. There's no water under it. Awesome.
Sans water. But yeah, no.
Teleportation?
Yeah, no. There's a teleportation circle just outside of your town here. That managed to not get completely destroyed. So we were on our way to the next town over, but when I tried to, didn't work. So.
Is that town like where the teleportation circle is? Does someone own that town?
I think somebody kind of owns every town, but I'm not sure who's in charge of it now. Where were we heading, Drew?
It very much, as I look at the thing, you were headed. Can you roll me a d4?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm looking at the
Yes,
map.
tell me about this teleportation circle outside of our town. Yes, tell me about the people that might be guarding it, the ones with breakable spines and drinkable body fluids.
Or the other way around. Drinkable
4.
spines.
And breakable body fluids.
You are actually headed to Castmel, which Morgrid and Astrafel, and Hastur, being proficient with maps, the 3 of you know Castmel. They're not wherever this caravan. If they're going to Castmel, they're not going the right way. They should be going west, not north.
Hoster didn't want to be the one to say this because, likely surprises you, but Hoster doesn't know very many things. But, and Hoster pulls out a map and then points, like, where we are, and then where they should be going, and where they came from. This map is drawn in crayon, but it is somehow accurate.
I mean, we get there eventually, I suppose.
I mean, talk about the long way around.
Also, I need to fix my map.
I mean, we're not scheduled anywhere, so that was just what somebody threw on the board. So,
So, Wait, were you going to the teleportation circle, or you came from the teleportation circle?
So, anytime we're on the material plane, somebody throws a dart at it, and that's where we go. But our lovely little town that we're trying to get to, somebody threw it at there, and then I tried to summon up the teleportation circle for that town. Didn't work. So this was the next closest one that had one. So that's why we're here.
So here specifically, in Rosenton, Hasturton.
Yes.
Good save.
Your town has a teleportation circle that works.
Follow-up question for my friends who might not know. What is a teleportation circle?
Well, it is a lot of effort put into casting the same spell over and over and over again for a year, generally. That makes it a permanent place one can teleport. So, eventually, if somebody can open up like a kind of arcane gate, then people can come right on through. It's like a real nice form of travel.
Hoster's eyes were apart the whole description of that. Started talking about casting a spell, and Hoster immediately, just like in his chair, just started like sinking into it, melting, just like, what?
Why did
Jakey
I
knows
ask?
what this is, but Hoster is just... Then sits up.
Astrafel, who's been sitting on the arm of the throne this entire time.
Hell yeah.
Just lounging back, like leaning back on the back of it, and just kind of like pats you on the head very gently and just says, magic transport.
I still don't. Nope.
Like a doorway, that, and it's just like crumbling. It's like, okay, maybe not that one. So doorway.
Hester,
You can kinda,
Hester,
like,
in
shimmery.
your head, you just hear,
He takes you from place to place.
Finally, somebody says it like this. Thank you, Skell. And Hoster like flicks under the eye and just like rotates a few times.
How do you control where the teleportation circle takes you?
Well, if there's a permanent circle, then I can kind of just like, we've traveled a lot, so for the most part, I just have the glyphs memorized.
But you didn't appear in the town, though. You appeared outside. Does that mean if you try to go to it, like, you're going to be a little farther from it? Or do you usually appear where it is?
No, the circle's just slightly outside town,
Oh.
which never really made much sense.
And would anyone really have access to these to the circles? Is it one thing that, like, all right, there's a circle here, good thing I know how to access it, or is it creator's choice, more or less?
Well, I guess it depends on the circle, because there are some that are really closely guarded, and then you can sometimes pay somebody to let you through, get where you need to go. But just memorized it, so I use my own magic.
Hoster's gonna
There's
get
somewhere
up,
you guys need to go.
snap, and go, you 10 kobolds.
yes.
Go find teleportation circle and set up stuff on the way. We are securing that. That is ours. It's part of Hasturton.
For scale! Say.
And Hoster. For Skell and Hoster, man.
I'll try to point out where it is on the map, but it's actually the opposite end of town of whatever I point at. Because I can't read maps.
The 10 of them literally split up into every different direction, attempting to find where this circle is.
Cool.
Lorelai, I am really intrigued by the amulet that you spoke of.
Mm-hmm.
Is that included in our 5 nice things?
I mean, it could be. Is that what you guys want? Just 5 of those amulets?
I want to see other cool
I
stuff.
mean, I
Like,
want one for me.
Yeah.
the amulet. The amulet is pretty cool. Wait.
As far as I
Okay.
know, my maker isn't part of the Bastion, so I really couldn't give a shit.
What if... How often do you use teleportation circles?
Well, I guess it depends. Use them about half the time, because you can only go on the same plane. when it comes to teleportation. So I have like other spells at my disposal, but they're iffy. And it takes a long time.
If King Lord Mayor Hoster lets you use a teleportation circle whenever you want, can we have necklaces and nice things? Like a... Oh, I saw this. Wait. Someone said this. A trade deal.
Trade deal? I mean... Okay, you know what? Yeah, sure. As long as I can continue to use the teleportation circle I've been using. You're welcome to 5 nice necklaces.
You are welcome to
and 5 nice
continue
things.
using my teleportation circle. As Hoster like puts his feet up on, but there's nothing to put his feet on, so they just fall. And he goes back to sitting on his throne.
Right before your feet hit the ground, a kobold scurries up and is underneath your feet.
Yeah, you can set up a nice little thing. Like, I mean, unless you have access to teleportation magic, you can't really get most of the revenue from that. But you could just, demand taxes from people going through the teleportation circle. As long as I don't have to pay taxes, then I'm very happy to give you 5 taxes.
I knew a rogue once who said he was very good with tax evasion. I don't know what that means.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Taxes are for suckers. Well, it depends. Depends on the civilization. But it could be better. It could be worse.
Listen, I'm no citizen of a single kingdom, so a kingdom can't possibly tax me.
That's straight.
Hoster's really good with his crayons playing tic-tac-toe. Does that count?
Actually, Hoster, you're an incredible artist too. Does anybody have any Hoster art on them at the moment we could show off?
I do. Reach into my bag, pull out Hastur art. It's been very, very carefully folded and looked after.
Hoster does
That
like
would
finger
go
guns,
good.
but more and more hands keep appearing on Hoster, pointing at the art, being like, I made that. Until eventually, like, Hoster looks like he's nothing but hands.
See, if if my patent had gone through on the fridge, I would say it goes on there, but it hasn't yet, so I can't show you what that is.
What's the fridge?
You can't know until the patent goes through.
Sounds frigid. So some sort of cold thing.
No, don't ask any more questions. That's proprietary information.
I mean, it doesn't sound like
Suddenly
any
the red
trademarks.
dragon we saw flies over, talks about patents. His name is actually, he's of the Dragon's Den.
No deal.
I think that dragon's actually a notary public.
Yeah, I guess like Caravan has like a wide variety of like magical items and stuff. So if you guys like have things that you are legitimately looking for, chances are that it's there. If it's not, then Lorelei might be able to procure it for you. Get it shipped. Might have to pay shipping fees.
Are we talking expedited or ground?
Lorelei
shipping?
will show up and personally hand it to you.
Oh, that's horrifying. I wanted to see scrolls, so I am gonna look into scroll.
As
I
time
brought the
is-
shopping episode to you.
Yeah. As time is passing, and Lorelei is showing off some of the wares, one kobold is making its way back to you, Hoster, and in tow there are 3 other kobolds dragging a sled behind them. The first kobold comes up to you and says, "We did not find a teleportation circle. However, we found these." As they gesture over to the sled, there are 14 obsidian spheres. So they were buried. We found them though. They look nice.
They do look nice. Those
Can I
are
look
some
at
big
those?
balls.
You wanted to take a look at them? Yeah, you can, I mean, obviously, with the command of Mayor King Hastur.
I will allow you to take a look upon the balls of which my kobolds have procured.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic on these.
Perfect. In front of you are 14 obsidian spheres as the 10 minutes goes by. These were created by a magma dragon deep in the earth. Obviously, someone had to have brought them to the surface and buried them. They are an arcane component and can be used to create spheres of annihilation.
Are they like inherently magical then, or are they just like a component?
They are just a component to create one. Yeah. There are 14.
They're about like
David,
basketball size kind of things, or are we talking bigger?
About basketball-sized obsidian spheres.
Yeah, I think Hoster gets them like brought forward and is just like, wait. So, couldn't find the teleportation circle, but you just started digging for these?
We did not know if teleportation circle was underground.
Hey, that's some good initiative. I like that. More of that. You see what these guys did, digging for stuff? Don't do it in the town, but start digging for cool things.
We also found skeleton.
Hoster mounts it on his little throne.
As you pick it up, it still has bits of armor on it. Ooh. Is anyone proficient in religion?
I have a -3 in intelligence.
I'm half proficient in it.
Okay. Astrofel, roll me a religion.
Jack of all trades, baby.
Can I do it too? Because it's funny.
I'm also half proficient in religion.
Yeah, go for it, Lorelai.
Can I use my bless that I got last
Absolutely.
session? Because otherwise I'll forget that I have it, you know?
Yeah.
Also, it's a -1 on my end for those curious.
So that's a 21.
Okay.
24. And technically, Detect Magic is up for like 10 minutes, and it gives aura. So if this is magical, I can see it.
And yours was a -1?
Yes.
So
So Hoster learns the most out of everybody. Here's what we're trying to say.
I mean, absolutely.
Hey, what I know, you know, you know?
I have no idea.
This
Hoster's
armor
stripped apart.
that is on the skeleton, some bits are still missing. However, there are symbols of the Orchid Queen on them, as well as one particular piece of like the pauldron that has a symbol for the Moon Forge, which is to the far west. This may have been at one point in time a member of the Moon Forge that was buried with these 14 obsidian spheres.
Fascinating.
Why would they bury a guy? Or wait, does Astrofel share this? I guess I should ask.
Yes, he was buried with the orbs a long time ago.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe some misguided attempt to protect them, or maybe just McFucking died. You
I
know?
wish there was some way of asking him. Like if one of us could somehow speak with dead.
Pastor, why are you jimming the camera?
Who?
Hastur's eyes drift apart.
Absolutely.
Cobalt in the distance. I'm Jim.
Wait. Oh, actually, wait. I have a question. Because so Hoster's. We've ruled that Hoster's not very bright, but I did see something skeletal in my head. I'm looking at a skeleton now. If I feel like if I were to I spy with my magic eye, hey, if Hoster's gonna try and ask in his head, but probably says it loud, Skell, can you ask dead people things? or ask things about them? Do you know things about dead people?
I know many things. Do you wish to
If-
speak?
Wait, what? Yeah, I want to talk to the body.
For this one time today.
You feel this arcane energy, and it lands right where your throat would be.
If you
Can I
had
s-
a neck.
Can I say the thing? Can I please say the thing?
Mhm.
The corpse regards you lifelessly. So wait, do I get the 5 questions? Like, am I using Speak of Dead right now? Oh, I have no idea what to ask. Hoster sits there.
Hey, Jakey, Baldur's Gate rules. How did you die? Where's your stuff?
See, here's the thing. Jakey was
Who
about
are
to go,
you?
well, this is what Hoster would do, and putting the meta moose horn on and going, so how many questions do I have? Can I have more questions? Are we seriously sold on that answer? Wait, how am I doing this again? What was my first question? But I think Hoster feeling this, just sort of goes like, hey, how'd you die?
Magma Dragon.
Oh, that's
Saving friends.
Why is there a bunch of orbs buried with you?
To destroy towers.
Destroy towers. Hoster like leans over like far away so it doesn't like take up the questions. Actually, Hoster stays there inquisitively about to ask, and then the back of his head stretches out to probably like because Morgred is behind like Hoster, sort of moving around. Rias is on the arm, or sorry, not Rias. Astrofel's on the arm. Rias is to Hoster's left, and Maeve is like moving around, right? So like we're all within a closer vicinity-ish.
Yeah.
Then yeah, the back of Hoster's head just asks like, what should I ask next? Because that was really vague.
DM, can I put 2 and 2 together with this?
Yeah. Why not?
I'm a smart lad. I got some intelligence. Well, actually, I don't think that was as vague as you think it was, Ducky Pie. I think those orbs have been put aside and protected after a fashion so that they can be used to destroy those rather large towers that have been plaguing the world as of late.
But if those towers go away, then everything becomes bright again.
You are correct.
Oh. Why do you say they're plaguing the world?
Call it muscle memory. Haven't really had to think about them since I turned. But before, I remember people didn't like them that much.
So the towers were bad?
The models. But you're right, for us it's rather convenient. A world of darkness isn't necessarily a bad thing.
But does that make us bad?
This is a bigger conversation, but morality, more often than not, is a perspective.
Maeve is just in the background and be like, of course we're bad.
Pastor,
Hoster looks
you,
conflicted about this.
you said earlier that you were willing to do anything for your friends.
Hmm?
Do you think that makes you a bad person?
I guess not. Because I'd want my friends to do anything that they were able to for me. Not like anything, but I mean like want to do anything because they care about me, and that would make them a good friend. So then that means I'm a good friend, so I'm good, right?
Yes, dear heart. You're very good.
Maeve's gonna scoff in the background.
I'm just gonna flip off Maeve behind me.
We can be bad and good. We can be good at being bad. Hastur turns to the body. How do you be good at being bad?
Give me a
Points for
question.
breaking the DM. Let's go.
Give me,
baby.
Do I get an inspo for breaking the DM?
Give me that question one more time.
How do we be good at being bad?
It's all a matter of perspective.
What I said.
I
This
shouldn't
fucking
count.
stiff stealing my lines.
I was gonna say, my friend already said that. I shouldn't count towards the amount of questions I get to ask, but I guess I got 2 more. Is there any other fun stuff buried near you? Like, you got any valuables? Shit.
Deep in the tunnels is my staff.
And where are said tunnels?
Below the city.
The corpse.
Rise, we're gonna get you a cool stick!
I'm so excited for a cool stick.
And it's already mine because I own the town and it's under the town! Is this what it's like to be a mayor lord king?
Yeah.
I mean, possession is.
Did you miss the part where there's a dragon down there?
Oh, wait, oh. Turn to Ash. Is that what you were about to say too? Is that what we're worried about?
No, I didn't even twig that, so, props to Morgred for pointing that one out. I
Yeah.
was going to suggest maybe selecting a crack team of kobolds to go and scout out the tunnels.
All right,
Tell
boys.
him to be quiet.
Gathering. Hastur takes a knee in front of them all. And Hastur somehow, as he's taking a knee, this weird helmet appears on his head. Not of this world. It's got sort of a round shape, like a mouth guard piece, he's got some numbers on it. He goes, look, boys.
Yes.
Things are real interesting around here. It's been an intense time for all of us.
Yes.
We're looking at
You killed our leader.
Could some of you go look at scout out the tunnels? And Hastur goes, and Hastur hands each of them some paper and crayons, and I want these guys to map out the tunnels as much as they can.
We've already been in tunnels.
What? Well,
We follow
Hastur
the
just fully
last
stands upright, and the
adventuring
helmet
group.
just sucks into.
We follow less adventuring group.
Wait, hold up, what? Wait,
Less adventuring
points
group.
at the skeleton. Did you follow that guy?
Yes.
And you went down in the tunnels.
Yes.
And was there a dragon?
Yes.
Did you grab his staff?
He not move. We
He
got to
can't
grab
move.
him and move, not move.
Is it too close to the dragon to risk going down again?
I kind of shrug.
Is it stuck in the
Wait.
ground?
Is this some sword and stone
not,
nonsense?
not stuck in ground, stuck to ground.
Oh.
Oh,
Staff?
that kind of stick.
An unmovable staff? I've heard of the immovable rod, but
Sometimes I get stuck.
Don't know. Has pretty imagery. Has orchid, skull, little raven.
sounds gorgeous.
Wait.
Orchid.
Given that this thing was a follower of the Orchid Queen, makes sense.
I don't know who that is.
Don't know.
Uh.
Adventuring group, little half elf, follow regular wood elf. What was the other one? Dragonborn. Follow. Yeah. Another elf. High elf. With human. He dead.
Pointing at them.
Does this group sound at all familiar from like any stories we might have heard?
You are all welcome to roll history. Lorelei, you've been around for quite some time. You can roll yours at advantage.
So wait, the kobolds were
old.
there with
You
this
called
when
me
this happened?
old?
A little bit. They, from what they're saying, is they followed them down into the tunnels.
Interesting. Huh.
26. For some reason, I'm like 62. I'm like, that makes no sense.
My hands are going.
26. Okay.
16.
16, 13.
Ooh, nice.
Nine.
All right, 19 minus 3. Can also, while this is happening, can Hoster, the way Hoster does this, his eye sinks into his head and his other eye goes in. They have like a little meeting in a little meeting room, and he talked to Skell. Like, can Hoster just ask about this? Just being like, you know anything about the dragon, like, underneath? Like,
Yeah, I'll get to that in just a moment. Lorelei,
Yeah.
what was yours?
19.
And Maeve.
15.
Rias and Lorelei, this sounds a lot like the pamphlets and the things that have been sent around, the stories written around the adventuring group Gang.
so the people that cleared the towers and stuff, one of their corpses is right behind me?
Mm-hmm.
Gang! Hoster doesn't say this, he doesn't know this. Jakey says it for comedic effect.
Keep hearing of, or recalling in writings and other things, this group Gang. Does that ring any bells to anyone? 'Cause I've heard of exploits, but I don't know much
I've heard
about
the name. I've definitely heard the name.
Lorelei,
Briefly.
in your...
I mean, they sound like a bunch of a-holes.
Honestly, they do.
I love that had like Guardians of the Galaxy vibes of like, what a group of assholes. But then actually, well,
And I can say that with two of their members in this current party.
That's why I say it. 'Cause I'm with
Lorelei, in your recent travels, you've actually heard Gang exploded in an explosion recently within the past like few months. They disappeared in an explosion. No one really knows what happened
Oh, I thought
to
you.
them.
I thought you meant they got really popular all of a sudden, but no, they literally exploded.
imploded.
yo, they're blowing up! Oh my god, they're still exploding!
No, they quite literally up in Malgrim just disappeared. no
Ah,
one
the
has heard
classic
from
putting
them.
2 bags of holding in each other by accident.
There's still like the flying dragon apothecary thing going on, though, right? You know, that's still
yes, that Lorelei, you actually you've actually probably dealt with this person. There is a person named Verazon who has a mobile apothecary, and this Verazon rides an adult silver dragon, and goes from apothecary to apothecary delivering different stuff. So realistically, you've probably actually dealt with this Verazon person.
Their top commodity is the bow of apples.
Of which you might have a few.
Yeah, they're sourcing materials for us. Yeah.
Hastur, in your mind,
I was not here when this group had went into the tunnels.
So wait, did this group have like the kobolds and stuff with them, but then the kobolds left them, and now the kobolds follow us?
No, the kobolds wanted to kill.
Classic kobolds. Wait. So you're a scary dragon fella. If there's a dragon underground, can we like talk to them? Or is it gonna be like, are they gonna be mean?
If it is a magma dragon, there is not much reasoning. They're very hot-headed.
Because of the fact that they're a dragon.
No, because they are made of magma.
I don't know what that is.
It's very hot.
So there's a sexy dragon down there?
The voice stops responding.
Skell?
Roll insight. Roll
Skill.
insight. Roll insight.
Skell? Snake?
We find out
Snake.
it's Skell's
Snake.
ex. That's all.
Snot.
Yeah, Hoster eventually eyes just like bobble out, like beep boop. Goes. Apparently, the dragon is made of something called. It starts with an M, and anyway, they're not good at being talked to and stuff. So
Which dragon was it, by the way? The one, like
the one down there, not the
which
one in my head.
What was the one that was down there?
The magma dragon.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, they're made out of something weird.
Couldn't tell me what it was, could you?
No, start with an M.
It'd
Was
be
it-
Mephits.
Mephit?
Mm-hmm.
What's a mephit?
It's a town in a small, kind of long. It's very musical. It's close to Dashville, or it's in the same, the province area. It's Mephits. It's like 10. The 10 I see is like what it's the slogan. It's a beautiful, beautiful town. Mephits 10. The 10 I see.
Oh, the slogan being "You're the only 10 I see."
Yeah, it's horrible. And honestly, it never works on anyone. But yes,
I don't know. I've had some success with it.
You know, this is a difficult word for me to say, but I feel like this bit is getting convoluted.
Who else but Rias?
Hoster turns into a big ink circle and then it slowly closes around Rias, like a Yeah. But then opens back up.
Again,
that?
to our Spotify listeners, this is a very visual joke. Head on over to YouTube.
Thank you for the
So,
reminder.
with the kobolds that they've been underneath, and if I give them some paper and stuff, could they like show us the kind of like what they've mapped out and stuff, and then where the staff is?
Yes.
Yeah, Hoster's gonna hand out some paper and crayons.
They get straight to it. They're just
Oh, it's coloring time.
scribbling on this paper. Meanwhile, Lorelai is just kind of existing, just watching this whole conversation.
I don't
yeah,
know.
what were
Is
the other
this,
four
is this
items you
dragon
were gonna
new?
show?
Yeah, like, is this dragon new? Has it always been under this town? Part of the town lore for a long time that there's just a dragon? Don't go into the sewers, kids! A dragon's gonna eat you up! And everyone's like, that's fucking stupid.
And there's this one guy who's lived here for a while who goes, "Sorry, there's a what under the sewers?" And everyone goes, don't you get me again.
Joseph Man Artistry, you shut your mouth. That was so dumb. Yeah, what were the four other neato things you were gonna show us? You showed us a horn. Said we could have some necklaces.
Well, I mean, like, if there's anything that you... Legitimately, if there's anything that you guys are looking for, we probably
anything?
have it.
I thought you were going to get to know us and then show us the things
Well-
that we need.
Well, I mean, I can get to know you guys and get to know what you might want. Otherwise, it's kind of... I don't know. I mean, you said you're having an issue with somebody... A maker issue? Somebody getting into your thoughts, maybe?
Well, Hoster left the Bastion with 2 eyes, and then Hoster had 1 eye, but now Hoster has 2 eyes again. See what I mean?
So you don't need a replacement eye. Okay.
Wait, can I have another one? Do you have other cool eyes? Can I keep adding eyes? Is that normal? Looks around to
No.
everybody. If I keep adding eyes?
No, that's not normal.
Might make people look at you a little weird.
But I'd be looking at them weird too, because I'd have lots of eyes. So it'd be equal.
I mean, if you give yourself enough eyes, people might think you're a beholder, and that's pretty scary, so they might not even ask you.
What they be holding though?
Don't say anything. No one reply back. Not you, Jonathan, either. Get back over where you were laying.
Sorry.
One of the ones that's been drawing the tunnels said,
Oh, there's another one. Dryad. Big one. Big sword.
A-
But there
A
were two.
dryad?
There were two. But they look the same. Kind of
A
like what
dryad or
old-
giant?
No. Tree guy. He do what Runt used to do before you kill him. He split. There were two.
A treant?
No.
A dryad,
Little,
right?
little tree guy.
Oh, little tree that became big?
No. Smaller than tree and bigger than bush.
Yeah, you're
shrub.
talking about dryads. Yes. No.
Dryad. Yeah.
Yes. That's,
That was like the first thing I said.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine,
scribbling.
honestly.
When he splits in two, is it like two half-sized dryads or two full-size dryads?
Or one horse-sized duck. Sorry.
One look normal, the other wispy, blue. But look same. Same, different.
Twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait.
We go back to dry.
When they split, did they both seem like they were different?
No same.
But they acted the same.
No different. But same.
They look the same but act different.
Kinda like Runt.
Were they twins or brothers?
No, like runs before you kill him. What he do?
Like points at the split in half corpse, like that, like pulled in half.
Oh,
No, but before
like
dead.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. And Hoster's gonna try this because Hoster, like putting two and two together down the middle. Hoster's gonna split both eyes, and Hoster's gonna try and separate into two different bodies. Can Hoster do it?
Yeah.
There's. I may need extra eyes for this because now we each only have one.
Like that.
There's two of you.
There's two of me.
I go back to the draw.
You go back to drawing.
Scribbling.
Wow,
pretty sure that's new.
man, board games would be so much less sad if I could do this the whole time I was at the Bastion. Hoster just lets that linger.
Hastur's eyes still drift apart, even though they're in separate bodies.
They both just like are like almost like an ice cube floating in a glass, move to the top of the head and just like boop.
One of the kobolds, Lorelei, comes up to you and hands you this very beautiful blue crystal.
What can I get for this?
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the detect magic is still up because it's only 10 minutes.
It would probably be after the 10 minutes.
Okay. I will ritual cast identify on this lovely little guy.
Ooh, quite lovely. This here is a Merilith crystal. A bloop. And it's a pretty good resource. You can find them pretty deep down in tunnels. They're generally used for jewelry, things like that. It's a rather nice chunk, and the quality of it, as you're looking at it, looks pretty flawless. So if it was cut into a gem, would be worth a pretty penny.
Well, as much as I would love to give you something, I think this belongs to your friend there.
No, it's mine. I found.
One more time.
So mine. I found in tunnel.
Perception is.
I'll allow it. Hoster is a benevolent, if not kind, leader.
Thank you. What
You're
you have for
welcome.
this?
Yeah, how much is this worth?
Realistically, the uncut crystal itself probably about maybe 100 gold. If it were to be cut, you're probably looking at closer to like 20,000-30,000 gold.
I will give him the cost of the uncut gem because I'm gonna have to refine this myself.
It's good. What you have?
Well, I mean, I'll just give him the coin and then he can exchange it for something.
He grabs he holds
It's
the money.
It's full of coin.
He's holding it. He waddles over to you, Hoster.
I guess what they say true. It's yours.
Thank you. I have. Hoster's gonna take it and goes. You say, but what's your name?
Me?
You.
I'm Mip.
Ip.
Mip.
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 Delightful.
IP.
He holds up his hand.
1 moment. What he get for this?
What's he get for the
Money? See, that's what I was about to do. Someone get a stool for my boy. He's sitting by me. And turns to Astrophel. Look, there are lots of people I'm calling my boy today. I am just like, there's not a ranking system.
It's fine.
Okay,
it's fine.
I just want to be clear that like, y'all are my boy. Okay, so. Lorelai, I would like to forego my one cool thing. This money and the 17 very large sphere things. Do you think, you said you could get anything.
Within
Could you get
reason.
me? It's within reason, I think. How many people with money do you think we could hire with all this stuff to rebuild this town and make it less look stinky? What I'm saying is I would like to invest in renovations to make this a home base of sorts. As I look at the dungeon master.
Well, I mean, we could pull some hirelings from other places, I'm assuming.
For a mere pittance of coin, you could summon outside.
You can summon hirelings from other places.
Yeah, straight up. I guess first off, how much are these obsidian things worth each?
I can tell you in just.
So does it say a basketball of obsidian?
Because I mean,
Right now.
Lorelai would appraise them for you, and she's not gonna mop them from you, so.
According to my DM notes, they run roughly 250 gold a piece.
And there's 14
In a
of them, you
market.
said?
Yes.
Because yeah, if I turn them into a magic item, I get a markup. So if I just take these, I will buy them from you at cost.
It's about 3,500 gold pieces ish.
You know,
Like,
that does
I
go
guess,
a long
like
way.
this is asking Lorelai / Drew, because Hoster would have some understanding of this because Hoster has just seen a lot of the Bastion built and stuff. How much would it cost to like have like a basic structure like made for the town? Because this is a small town, everything's falling apart and stuff. But if we were to hire people and get this place set up, so we could actually have like a place to return.
Lorelai,
home base setup.
you've just passed through Silburn. They're effectively doing the same thing to Silburn. They're rebuilding it, however, in their own means. It'd probably take quite a bit of time, but 3,500 gold could hire enough people to make something. Definitely not like Bastion worthy, but pretty good.
I guess my question to you is, and this is just take it or leave it. Do you want to build up a home base with a magma dragon underneath it?
Oh, eventually Hoster's gonna go break the dragon's neck.
Oh,
Why break the dragon's neck when we could, if he has a hot temper, maybe we can appease it and you know, potentially have some sort of small military force in the means of a dragon and those who know how to contain it.
I guess the other thing is, you guys are still pretty close to the Bastion. Is that going to be a problem for you guys?
Oh, Hastur's gonna take over the world. Hastur's not scared of the Bastion.
For scale!
And Hastur, God. For once, man. Like, it's not even a hard name to say. I can even say it. And, like, when it gets to 3
Off
syllables,
in the distance, as you're ranting about this, you hear, and Hastur.
That's another one of my boys! Someone get him a stool!
Can they roll to see if they know which stool he needs? Joke. Hey.
Gross.
But yeah, all this is to say no refunds. If I get these people for you to come and fix the town, if it ends up getting destroyed because of a dragon or because of the Bastion, I will not be refunding your money.
As long as you don't steal from Dragon, it should not be a problem. That's what they did. You see what happened to him. He dead.
Hastur just kind of like smacks his face out, spins around on like the end of the chair.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
otherwise, I can do that. We have enough room. We can pull people through. There's enough people looking out for money out there, so we can get some builders come
Jakey's
in.
gonna do some mental math quick. Sorry, ignore me for about a tuppence of a moment.
While you're doing this, Morgrid, Maeve, Astrafel, Rias, what are y'all doing? As this conversation's happening. We'll go with Morgrid first.
Someone's gonna pay for that later.
Probably.
Morgred she just wants the amulet. She's been sitting here waiting to find out if she's getting an amulet.
Yeah, we're getting 5.
I would have handed you guys all amulets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're each getting an amulet and then one cool item. Because I'm allowing the teleportation circle to be used. Because I'm generous.
And benevolent.
Am I able to wear 2 magic amulets at the same time, or do they kind of clash, like when they bump when you're swaying?
I wear multiple necklaces at a time. Sometimes it makes me look like an asshole, but like I think it's fine to do.
But magic sometimes can be funky and be like, well, you can only wear 2 magic rings.
Just wrap one of them around your wrist. It's basically a bracelet.
Ooh.
Option.
Morgred's also just fantasizing about what would magma dragon blood taste like. That's a thought going through her head.
spiced.
It's sriracha.
See that?
What?
Carolina
Is it the
Reaper blood.
consistency of sriracha too?
No, that would be
That's
weird.
a strong heart.
Hastur is gonna give Lorelai 1,500 gold. Plus Hastur is foregoing his cool item thing. So whatever gold value that was gonna be, to do the hireling thing, and then I'm gonna give each party member 500 gold. Selling the big obsidian stones.
I think this is the first time I've actually received gold instead of having like class starting 10 gold. This is neat.
Neat.
I've always had to steal my gold. What a precious treasure. Wow.
I had to spoil my friends today because we found cool rocks.
Huzzah!
Ooh. Do you have like more blood vials and stuff, or living human bodies?
Well, I don't have living human bodies besides my workers, which we try not to feed off of them, because they're on payroll, so. HR would
OSHA and all
report
that,
me.
I get it.
Yeah, HR would report me.
They're unionized.
Yeah, they're in a union. We don't pay taxes, but they're in a union.
HR would report me. It's actually a halfling rogue who sits there and he stabs anybody who makes a weird remark at anybody. You report to him and he's just, I'll stab him.
Oh,
He's the union representative, yeah. We got a union representative. Yeah, I mean, we do. Like, we do have some blood vials hanging around. You guys want?
How much would that cost?
Do they not give you guys anything when you leave anymore?
Oh, I have some, but I keep them in case of emergency. So I wanted to buy some so we could have. Yeah, like I think I have like 2 left, so it's not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys need some on your way out of town, hurting for it, then I may okay to hand that
They
off.
knew I was leaving whenever I left.
What does that
They're like, she's not
mean?
coming back.
Oh.
Like, she ain't coming
Oh.
Well, if you find
Essentially
yourself in
exile.
need of work, so. I mean, we
I
didn't lose a
love
staff member
networking.
today, so that's good. I mean, okay. Well, because I'm feeling generous today, you guys can all have a set of shift weave. So, you have to put your own clothes in it, but,
You did what to my weave?
fashion will show it up. Shift weave. So it's like a suit, but you can put 5 different outfits in it. And then you just speak a command word and it changes. It's literally just magic clothing.
Oh, magic.
yeah.
Oh, I
like
wouldn't.
it.
Would that mean I wouldn't have lost my robes if I was wearing that earlier?
Yes.
Magic.
It's just a common magic item. But yeah. It can't look like anything but clothing. But it can duplicate the look of it if you have something else. So, want to make it look like you have a fancy cape. Make it look like you have one. It's not going to give you a fancy cape.
Well, I do have a fancy cape. Hastur, from his bag, because it said 5 outfits, right?
Yeah.
And I'm almost positive I described exactly 5 hanging up different animal
You did.
hoods and ponchos. So Hastur takes them like 5 infinity stones above his head, and all of them merge together. Finally, all the power in the palm of my hand. And then just makes them randomly change, you know? So one
Yeah.
moment, Hastur
You can
just
change your command word to whatever you feel like. The command word is heck.
and Hastur changes it and turns green. Hastur's a little teddy bear one.
For those watching physically on stream, I guess this is more of an audio-based gag, so you can experience it fine with your eyes closed.
Spotify, where our podcast is available.
Yeah, actually, we're gonna mute all the sounds for everyone on YouTube. You gotta go over to Spotify to enjoy an audio-only gag. This one's for you, Spotify listeners.
All right, we are
You're the real ones.
3 hours in. Let me mark that down for editing.
Shit. Is that just me in the morning? I'm tired.
The kobolds that have been detailing this tunnel system finally look up.
We are done. Look, we do good.
Did they do good?
Yeah, they did pretty decent. It's not
Sick.
the best like mapping system, but it's pretty good.
Okay, then Hastur's gonna take that because
This is where he
somehow I'm good with navigator's tools, and I'm the only one that can read maps. The one that shouldn't be in charge of anything. I'm the one in charge of the Jeepus.
died. This where he died. This where staff.
Okay. So yeah, Hastur's gonna pull out. He's got one of those Blue's Clues handy dandy notebooks. It's way too big and where he draws all his maps. I just got a letter A. Anyway, and flips to the next page.
It's very hot
and then
down there. Like temperature. Hot.
very hot. And yeah, Hastur's gonna add this map. So, when you tried to move the staff, was it like it was like stuck, wouldn't move at all? Like what was what happened?
No move. You go to move, nothing happened. It stay.
Interesting.
Like this.
Goes up to Morgrid, tries to push Morgrid. Obviously, Morgrid's not moving.
Like this. No move.
Please desist. Thank you.
What?
Always ask consent when making physical contact with anyone.
Oh, back again.
Morgrig just glares at this kobold touching her.
After Hastur said that, I was like, I wonder when you learned that.
I have always known that.
Would have fooled me.
You know how sometimes you get really hungry and you do things that you can't control?
Yep.
You want to keep this conversation going, Maeve, or are we good here?
Yeah, but it's for food. It's not to torture a friend.
So when you were being very, very interested in what words Hastur reacted to, it's fine when you have control of the leash, but when it's turned on you, that's when you have a problem. That's what I thought.
Hey,
Yes.
Vampires in the background going, "Ah!"
Do you say yes?
I did say yes.
Lorelai, do you happen to have the silence spell on a scroll?
You know what? But I do have some ointment. If you guys really need it. So.
For the burn here or for the burn down there?
If you're burning down there, you need to seek medical assistance.
You beat me by half a second, man!
That's
Damn
my
it!
job in this party, okay?
It's very good.
Down there, how far do you mean? Because I there's nothing on my feet. If I need you to explain it in more detail, please.
Oh, I'll explain it in detail.
Well,
But
can
this
you,
is where
please?
He died. Look a map. This is where he died.
Hold on, we have things we're trying to do inter-party here.
Oh, you want to get into party, darling?
I cannot win. Flies.
Since we're doing business though, is it reasonable that I give like Hastur a sending stone?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It just looks like a business card.
Why? What? Is it a card?
It's like a little square tablet. And
Why
it
do
just
I have a
says
rock
Trader
card?
Haven's Alliance of Caravan Operators. And then just like little Lorelei and like little script.
But I can read that right there on your caravan.
Well, if you need to get in contact with me, or I need to get in contact with you, just use that. And as long as I'm on this distance, it'll work 100% of the time.
I got scared. Thought you left plane. You kinda for a second.
Oh, good lord. I was like, what is going on? Yeah, as long as I'm on this plane, if you use that to try to get in contact with me, you'll get me directly.
That's an inspo for internet connection.
Fuck.
No,
Yeah.
Drew, no. Drew, I draw the line. I draw the line.
Let me just try to scream so I can get it for noise gate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can't pin noise gate on me. Anyway,
Before you get blinked out of this existence, 'cause it seems like you kind of keep stuttering a little bit. I want to purvey legitimately what scrolls you might have. There's one that comes to mind that isn't silence for the joke. There's a second level spell called Dragon's Breath, and that'd be so fun, flying over with my wings, bah, on the people below and all that. And
Sorry, can we get that noise again?
if your combat is
We already know
going
the
to
verbal
be-
component.
Yes. It's a page out of an ancient sorcerer barbarian named the Khan of Shao, and he will berate you, say like you suck, and he'll also then go bah at you and stuff like. It's crazy. It's incredible. Again, not
Shao.
Ed Boon, please, if you please sponsor us. How cool would it be to say this episode is brought to you by Mortal Kombat? What? It's not. But how cool would it be?
It's true.
Push this mic out.
Man, every time someone dies, you just go like,
How do you want to do this? Finish him.
Yeah, like that would be uncommon, so I'm assuming that's fine. I don't want to hand them a bunch of shit and then you're
I
gonna
will
go.
buy this.
Oh, you'll buy
this because I want to purchase that dragon claw horn. If I
I don't want to hand them a bunch of stuff and for you to go. You actually made my party overpowered, and now I've crushed you with a rock. Like.
Metamoose, this is only a problem for the other stream that runs parallel to this game. Just throwing that out there.
Because
can't
we're
wait.
the bad guys.
Uh-huh.
Remind me
Got
to
an
find
RI.
counter spell.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, that's fine. I think like I'm not sure how much that would cost. That'd be like up to you. I'm technically a merchant, so.
Uncommon level 2 spell scroll. I don't know what the average scrolls go for. Admittedly, every game I've ever run, no one's
Hastur?
ever tried to buy scrolls.
Hastur,
Yes.
how come you and him pick things those three know?
I think because they either haven't decided yet or don't want to yet. I don't know. I think they're gonna get things. I give them money so they can buy things and then get things. But currently, like, Hastur didn't really like get a thing yet. But Hastur wants to make this place better for all the kobolds and for all of us, so that we have a place that's our own.
Could we make underground? Sunlight hurt eye.
That's a good point. But if we make the
What do you
buildings
do?
good enough, we can stay out of the buildings.
Oh,
Like we could make.
It's good. Sunlight no good for us either.
So we could make, as long as you don't dig too deep, because we don't want to bug, our next door neighbor. We could have some tunnels and stuff between like the houses, so all the houses are protecting from the sun, and then people could go between the houses.
We could barricade tunnels. What if we collapse tunnels, but deep? No dragon can do that.
Well, it is a magma dragon, and I don't know much about magma dragons or dragons in general, but I know the one in my eye is pretty strong, so maybe let's not bug him for now, and let's just, let's invest in this opportunity of having a good town.
That's a valid point. I didn't think about who made tunnels.
Who made the tunnel? Oh, the dragon made the tunnels. Yeah, that's a good, yep.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I go back to color. And goes back and starts drawing like little pictures on the pieces of paper.
Awesome.
Well, I was waiting to hear about more of the magical items, but then we started talking to that dead guy and drawing. So I don't know what she might have.
Well, like just Metamoose, we did discuss giving personal magic items to people. Is that something you have prepped? Because I will just give those.
I don't have anything prepped.
Oh, this is for
Oh, okay. I was just like, I don't know anything.
Yeah, did you not make a magical item for yourself? Were you not prepared for the test?
Is this where we're gonna hit the long, like, edit this discussion part out?
Yeah.
I'll deliver it later. I will make them. I will deliver them later.
All right. Well, my room is right over there. That's where I'll be.
Actually, true. Question.
Mhm.
Have I? Because okay, so we had a quick conversation about items that people already had. Having a quick glance down the caravans, do I see anything familiar?
Ooh.
I didn't know Harambe joined the call for a second there.
Rest.
The poor halfling, the HR, the halfling rogue got in there with Harambe. And so we just hear, ooh, we gotta take him down. Anyway, that's a dated joke.
Yeah, you do. You do see something familiar in the caravan.
It's a small porcelain horse.
It's the opposite. This info caravan. It wasn't from the town.
Incredible.
I feel like all the porcelain horses we're fighting. There's one guy who's just whoa as he's walking around with all this stuff, just dumping them fucking everywhere.
This is
And
what
he's
it looks like.
oh no! He goes to pick him up, and he's just kicking more around.
My cabbages.
Sorry, the Hadazay is new to staff, and he's trying to learn to juggle. It's not pretty. I don't know why
He
he started off
juggles
with
like I
porcelain.
do. Just
But yeah, Astrofeld, there is something very familiar to you in this caravan.
Cool.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stand up with all the grace I can muster. Saunter over, hands in pockets. Stick my head in. Am I absolutely sure what this is?
Yeah, with the roll I did. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Excellent. Where'd you find your items?
Kinda everywhere, to be honest. Source them from around. Get items from random people, too. Now we picked up these lava orbs now. But, kinda all over the place, to be honest.
I don't suppose you remember where this came from. And I'm going to point out a wooden flute.
I'm sure I have a list of inventory and where we pick things up. But Lorelei is not very, organized. So I can look it up for you. It's gonna take a minute.
I can wait. I have all the time in the world.
3 vampires come over to you, Lorelei. We can check the books.
what do the other two sound like?
Yeah. What do my 30 staff sound like, Drew? My potentially 60
Yeah, this is for making
staff.
me voice everyone we feed on. This is
My
yeah, this is
potentially-
yeah.
My
Give us
30
the
to
voices.
60 feral workers. What do they sound like?
The next one is the grung, and obviously it's like, of course we can.
Oh my god, another one of you guys! I didn't realize you'd be here.
Whoa.
Wow. Good bit.
And then the other one just looks at you and says, yeah, we can check the books.
Yeah.
They go off, start checking books.
On your own time.
They start going through.
Sorry, union rep. But yeah, they'll go and check.
Oster kind of gets up, just waddles on over. I mean, we get nice things and stuff, so if you want that as your nice thing, you can have the flute, I think. If that's what
Is
you
this
pick.
yours?
I'd just like to know where you got it, that's all.
Okay. I mean, because it's yours, I'll return it. I don't like mopping things.
I mean, it is mine, and I would like it back, but that information is more valuable to me right now.
Well, if it's already yours, it belongs to you anyways. We'll still look it up for you, though.
Oh, if that looks something up there.
Yeah, now you gotta find something else.
No. When the DM slides into your DMs and it's like, hey,
Hey,
You know,
winky face emoji.
My once an hour respond to everyone's messages that sent the messages like an hour ago. Because, I can concentrate on multiple things at once.
Huh, I got this weird message from Drew. It says, you up?
ASL.
Daddy.
What is ASL? Oh, American Sign Language. Yes.
Awesome.
I'm more used to BSL, beige sex location.
My first thought was
The three walk back over. The one says, that I believe is item number 1045267, magical flute, acquired in Vinwich.
It doesn't
Vinwich.
say who it was acquired from.
It's interesting. This one is stricken.
Can I insight that? Yeah. 18? 17 to 1.
They seem to be truthful as they're showing the book to Lorelei. Lorelei, you're looking at the book. The name of who supplied this has been stricken from the book.
I mean, if somebody stole it, it's possible they paid premium just to, or had money taken off of it so that they wouldn't be tracked. So it happens sometimes. I see a lot of people selling like heirlooms and stuff like that, where they're like, if my family finds this, I don't want them finding out it was me that sold this to you. So.
My family didn't sell it.
But like I said, it's yours, so you're welcome to it.
I just pick it up and put it, like, in my pocket.
Did it say when you got it?
Know when they got it.
It does as they take a look back into the book.
Someone back in my DMs, what the hell?
Wait, I got another message. It says WYD?
How wide? That's not how you spell it.
Yeah, right? Honestly, Ian, why are you sending me that?
Honestly,
Buns for life, what's up? Winks with both eyes.
Where's the third eye when you need
Oh, I
it?
missed. I went to go do it and I missed. Wow.
love it.
My apologies. It's rather scribbled in here. Whoever did the bookkeeping in here, I didn't do great.
Alright, I'm typing as fast as I can, goddamn.
Listen, you don't have to make fun of my handwriting.
Oh! I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic, Lorelei. Here, and hands the book over.
Wait, you've been doing my books for a while. Why did you tell me that? You're still getting paid. You don't have to do the books. We have other people that can do them.
The other one snatches the book. Golly. Lorelei, it looks like it was about 18 months ago.
18 months ago.
Not too long.
No. I mean, if that's the case, I might be able to track them down for you.
That would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I'll look into it. We'll see what we can find. But, I mean, if somebody stole it, then probably in the wind by now.
Well, they technically didn't steal it. You can't steal from the dead.
Hmm.
But in
Yeah.
fairness, they didn't think I was dead, so...
So it's still theft.
Hmm.
Well, in that case, do you have a description of this person? Or anything? I mean, not...
I mean... They used a false name. But they were About yay high, blonde, red eyes. Kelsapri's a vampire. Human? Question mark?
Well, I mean, we can look into it. I'm just like gonna look down the line of my workers. Do I have any blonde humans in my employ? Like,
there's a couple humans that might be blonde. One is more of a dirty blonde, one is more of a platinum blonde.
it's like on a scale of this human to this human.
If I had seen them here today, trust, I think Drew would have let me know.
Yeah, that's fair. Just
Right,
in my
Drew?
staff. They're protected by the union, though, so you can't get to
Don't watch me.
It's been 18 months, but could Hoster's gonna kind of like waddle over? Can I see? You can hold it. Hoster just wants to look at it.
No, it's okay. I trust you. Take it out. Hand it over.
I know this is probably a long shot, but can I roll like survival or something, like Drew, to like? Because whoever had this, I get like if it's important to Astrofel, like unless if there's like some other, if it's anything intelligence based, I'm gonna tell you right now, Astrofel, they've teleported is what Hoster's about to say.
They used a teleportation circle.
I just learned what that is.
Wait a second. You used a teleportation circle.
Wow.
Intelligence check.
So flat intelligence, or is there like I like what? Sorry, what am I rolling? My fella.
You're trying to ascertain the like
yeah, like
history
where
of-
I guess where this came from. Because like yeah, it makes the reasons of A, it's important to Astrofel,
Mhm.
but also B, Hoster wants to kind of know like who died. I realize I said that almost like a who died in there kind of thing, and I don't mean it like that. But no, I think Hoster is like, yeah, genuinely curious to see if like if there's like anything like scent wise that would like draw like Hoster to like, oh, that seems off, or if there's like any blood on it or like anything like I don't.
In
Yeah,
that
that's why I was
case-
thinking survival, but I'm not sure.
In that case, I would say survival.
Okay. Dice encounters dice, don't fuck me.
It's not
Oh,
a
it's
death
cocked.
save. It's not a death save.
Yeah,
it should be
it's
good.
not death save. Don't want to keep this. I mean, I don't think I can get much better than this. 21.
Yeah, 21's pretty good. Taking a look at it, there are like minute little drops of blood on it. There's a familiar, very faded, but your senses are a little bit heightened with the whole beast barbarian thing. It's a very familiar scent on it. But you can't quite place it. But there is blood on it, and there's a very familiar scent.
Given proximity,
You move your head up, and you get the scent that is on this flute, and your nose guides you over towards Astrofel.
Is there any other sense on this?
The other one isn't.
You
Yep.
said there is another one though.
There is another one. However, that
If I
one you
burn 10
can't.
inspo, can I find it?
I'm supposing you could.
I'll use 10 inspo to find this out. I want to know where Astrofel's flute comes from. Also, it smells like Astrofel.
It smells like a Cinnabon.
Yeah,
It's
marked off
true. I smell like a Cinnabon.
Yeah, I marked off 10
I had a
inspo.
Cinnabon. I don't know what it smells like.
It's a
I'm
cinnamon.
now finally at 0 inspo. A big old goose egg. Sorry.
There is another smell as you take another like pass at it. The reason you couldn't put a finger on it is the scent almost seems to change, and it's something you've noticed with Maeve before. Something about a changeling. There's that sort of scent on the flute. You also get hints of like this little. It's almost. It's hard to describe scent wise. You can't really place it. It's not really somewhere you've been. However, taking a better glance at this, there is also a small drop of blood that has a pearlescent quality to it.
Pearlescent blood. Okay, so
with the survival
changeling
and the
pearlescent.
with the survival and the 10 inspo, you could probably ascertain this happens to be changeling blood, also on this flute.
Hoster, like inspecting it, holds it. It smells mostly like you, Astrophel, but there's some blood on it. It's shiny. And the smell on it keeps changing, like how Maeve does. Whoever got this is like Maeve. It's not Maeve, though. Maeve smells more like iron and decay.
Maeve wasn't a vampire when I was turned.
What happened 18 months ago?
I died. And then, came back as a vampire.
This was yours?
Yes.
Can you play it for me?
How could I say no to that face?
Wait, I need...
I knew it was coming. I still laughed.
Okay,
fun command word.
there is a very specific tune that I'm just gonna drop in voiceless. If you know it, sing along. I wrote it up as sheet music because why not? Astrophel very gently, and for description, this flute, it's made of a very soft white grey wood. It has been hand carved with like a feather pattern on it, and it looks very delicate, but it's actually very sturdy. And Astrophel begins to play this song, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 notes long. Wish I'd counted that before. Oh fuck, I can't sing it. I'll play it.
Everybody, close your eyes.
It's fine. I can play it.
I'm gonna do this.
I mean, you can keep doing that, but I can't sing it. It's fine. But it's fine because I have recently added it to Astrophel's playlist because I knew this was gonna happen. And I'm gonna have to turn my noise gate off for a second because otherwise it's not gonna go through.
The suspense is fucking killing me. I gotta know. You fucking asshole.
I'm doing a lap.
But on the flute. I would also just like to say, I'd just like to say, Jakey, this is revenge for every single time you've used this against me.
You know what the worst part is? I can't read sheet music, but I know how to play that on the kalimba. I saw that and I was like, there's something weirdly familiar about what I'm looking at right now. I hit. Oh, well, wow, well played. I don't have any more inspo to give anybody else. I'd give you one of mine, but I'd be going in the red.
As Astrofel plays the first 13 notes of that song, with a rush of wind and petals and leaves from a very specific tree, a songbird appears and lands on Astrofel's shoulder and begins to sing along. Let's be real, Astrofel's not hiding this. Astrofel is actively just like tears down his face. Eventually he stops playing. The bird stops singing, but it doesn't leave. Kind of hops excitedly on his shoulder. Excited to see someone that it hasn't seen in a very long time. And he reaches up. Gives it a little stroke.
Thank you.
It's who I was.
Who are you now?
Oh, you know me, darling.
That's not an answer.
I'm Astrofel.
Yeah. I still can't say it good.
That's okay.
Hoster's head turns and goes, "Well, take the flute."
As this is happening, Morgrid, you notice Spidey Woman is crawling across the floor with something being dragged behind them. It is this black handkerchief that's being dragged across the floor. Lorelai, you probably also noticed this.
Hey, woman, what you got for me? She crawls up onto my shoulder, and I take this black cloth, and I look at it back and forth. I don't know what this is or what it does, but can I has it?
Do I know what that is?
You
It's a piece of trash. Well, look, a porcelain horse!
We call those a napkin, darling, and of course you can have it.
You can have the napkin.
Lorelai, you take a look at this. You have an idea of what it is. It used to be part of a legendary item. However, it's been torn. With the magical properties, some of it still exists. But it used to be, when it was whole, a well of many worlds. Whereas the original item would be placed on a solid surface, whereupon it creates a two-way portal to another world or plane of existence. Each time the item opens a portal, the all-being deity decides where it leads, and then as an action you could close the portal by taking a hold of the edge. However, this one's been torn, so not quite as powerful as the original item, but could be reworked into a more uncommon way, if you catch my drift.
So it's garbage. I mean, yeah, you're welcome to that napkin. Yeah, I think like whatever it was, Lorelai might have used it before. But since it's like ripped, it's probably two people fighting over it or something, trying to set it on the ground and just like, yeah, no, you're welcome to it.
Okay, thanks.
It doesn't have a
Stuff it.
signature or anything on it. There's not an autograph on that napkin.
And then Maeve, you've also spotted something in one of the caravans as you've been looking around too. You find another medallion. This one in particular appears as a skull with two amethyst eyes on a golden chain. Lorelai, you recognize this as the Medallion of Thoughts, which you would describe as it having 3 charges, and while you wear it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge to cast Detect Thoughts spell from it. And it would regain those charges daily at dawn. So yeah, it would allow the wearer to 3 times a day cast Detect Thoughts. And this is the one that Maeve has kind of sought.
Yeah, that's a cool thing. You can have that cool thing.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
As this is all said and done, 2 of the kobolds return back to you, Huster.
We found circle. Don't know if teleportation circle, but found circle outside of city.
Okay, we're gonna get some people to set up a little camp around there.
Okay.
How far outside the city?
Outside city. Not too far though.
Yeah, we had someone to set up like a building around it, just like a makeshift. Like it can just be some pikes or whatever, some tarp.
Traps. You want traps?
Yes.
Are we good at
Yes, I
traps?
would. Yes. Yes, you are.
Do we tell lady about traps?
They're allowed to use the teleportation circle and give us cool necklaces, so yes, you can tell them about the traps.
Okay.
Unless
okay.
there's one for pure comedic value, then those ones, we keep those between us, guy.
Okay. If you want to
Is
know,
everyone
lady.
slipping on a banana peel?
If you want to know, lady, we're going to put in acid pit. We're going to put in a spike fall. We do one. We saw this in a book once where 2 big logs come and slam into people, squish them. It's a good book.
We'll try to.
Isn't there that one that was in Tony Hawk's skater game that is actually like against the Geneva Convention?
We put that one in too.
Okay, cool. That's not a bit, by the way. That is a genuine thing. There's a thing in one of the Tony Hawk's skating games that is actually like banned in the Geneva Convention.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
so
spike
awful.
pits. It's literally like spike pits.
Oh, we love spike pits. It's one of our favorites.
Make sure you mark them with a little skateboarder for no related reason.
I have no
Just
idea.
because
What
we're
this-
bringing hirelings though over the next little bit, can you wait to set up the traps until the hirelings have made it
Oh
through
yes,
the
make sure
portal?
that the people come through. Yeah, we're not gonna trap them, but we will use traps on others. Don't you worry, my
want-
sweet little guy.
You want one-way trap? So they come through. Okay. Go to. No good.
Make sure that they can go through if somebody guides them through. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want you guys going through a trap that you make and dying.
Oh no, we know our traps. Our traps good.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying is make it so like we, my friends, us can go through. But then if somebody like goes, do you understand? I feel like we're on the same page about this.
Like this?
And they hold up some hastily drawn with crayon drawings of some of the traps. You just see like people just like in spike falls and stuff like that.
Like this?
Like that.
Okay. Everybody, we make traps.
And they all start skittering towards the direction. The one last kobold.
It is to north.
Circle?
No, a teleportation circle. A circle. Got weird
Is
drawings.
that way? Just the way that we came. Is that would have been the
No,
direction?
that way.
Pointing the complete opposite direction.
Wait, didn't you come from the teleportation circle?
We did, which was that way.
There too?
I'm just gonna follow these guys for a little bit just to investigate what circle they may or may not have found that may or may not be something involving a teleportation. If those who wish to join me would like to come with me, as Mayor Lord King Hoster is going to investigate this matter as a Mayor Lord King should.
One of the other kobolds stops and says,
He not go with directions. It's actually that way.
So it is the way I came.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hoster's still walking.
Let me show you. Circle. Look at it. Come.
I'm gonna tap my shoulder and the little bird is gonna fly off and flap in Asta's face.
Is this to tell me to stop? I really like bird hats, but I don't think I've ever met a bird in person. Oh wait, I've met Rias. I'm fine.
You asked for me. Hello, but you.
Oh, hello. I think the bird is telling me I'm going the wrong way, or the bird is flapping in my face to intimidate me.
The bird gives you a look of, bitch, I couldn't intimidate you if I tried.
Hoster somehow being dense as rocks, a profound understanding goes, I know. And Hoster puts the bird on their head, and then the hat changes into, I probably listed more animals. I don't remember all what I listed last time, but you know what? We're gonna go with it right now because I think a bird being on my head, I got a crocodile hat on as I have a little bird. And then I just walk. Oh, it's fitting because I have a dragon eye. Man. Anyway.
You're so
That's
cool.
it. Yeah, the bird's gonna stay with you. Just hip hopping around on your head.
Okay. So, Morgan got a cool piece of fabric. Rice got a scroll. Maeve got a cool necklace. Astrofel got their flute back. I'm investing. I can't believe I know what that word is. In the town. And we got necklaces. I guess that's 5 things.
Well, to be fair though, your friend's flute belonged to them, so I wouldn't say I gave them anything.
So they can have an extra cool thing.
If they would like one.
Oh, and I was gonna buy this scroll.
Oh yeah, you bought that scroll. You get something else.
Oh yeah, where's that horn? I want that horn. Is that okay? Can I have that horn? The one with the liquids that go inside,
Oh
like
yeah.
mayonnaise?
Just like what? Do you want an alchemy jug or do you want the horn I pulled out?
Oh, the cool horn that can also do mayonnaise, I'm sure.
It can't do mayonnaise. That's
Why
the
not?
only thing it can't do. It can do olive oil.
Oh, that's easy. I can do that in eggs. I know how to make mayonnaise. Easy.
Just only using this horn.
It's a very, very lucrative business.
Could get an alchemy jug just to make mayonnaise, but is using a dragon vessel. Yeah. Sure.
But how much better marketing could you have than, oh yes, I used oils from a dragon's
You want to finish that sentence?
trade secrets.
But yeah, that is a stirring dragon vessel.
I will take it. Thank you so incredibly kindly.
Astrofel, do you want to get the alchemy jug so we can actually just get him mayonnaise or whatever that is?
I got bags of tricks.
I kind of want to see why he goes with this, you know?
It does seem like a bit that could be prolonged over several episodes that would be referred to whimsically.
I mean, I got a bag of tricks. I got other bags. Do you guys need a bag that holds things?
Visual
Yes.
Visual gag.
Sorry.
I don't suppose you happen to have any other instruments.
Oh, I've got instruments.
tuba of torture.
Dude, way too soon.
I mean, I've got at least
Not cool.
I've got 3 different instruments that are like specific for bards, and they are enchanted with magic. Which you're welcome to.
I just gotta double check what one of them is because I don't remember what that is. Oh yeah, I know what that is. That's fine. I don't
Instrument
suppose you happen to
of
have a fuck Luke and Bandor, do you?
Do I do I have a fucking Lucan Bandor? Absolutely, I do. I got a fucking Bandor.
I was about to say, I have never known how to pronounce that, and that seems like the most I feel enlightened today. Thank you, because I have
Do you want to know
always just
something? That was a random stab in the dark because I was just like, you know what? That's probably how it sounds.
I have
Sure.
no idea. Yeah, that sounds more accurate than what I've called it in the past. I'm pretty sure I've called it like the Vulcan Bandor.
I'm just gonna call it the fucking Bandor. I absolutely have one.
And also, Lorelei maybe feeling a little bit bad for Morgrid that Morgrid also hasn't gotten one. And being able to pick up on the fact that Morgrid also looks rather roguish. You have a pretty good feeling that there might be something else that fits for them as you go over and find these boots of elven make.
Yeah.
Cool.
Elven kind?
Mm-hmm.
Some...
Yep.
I got these from an elf. They made them. Yeah, boots of elven kind, for flipping Bandor. Moving on for our... Well, you have your vessel. You know, you do own the town, so I do have something that somebody has been in your head a little bit.
They have.
Do you want something that'll keep them out?
Will it hurt the other friend in my head?
That's a good question.
Doing metaverse.
Oh,
Is
you
this
can
the
allow
DM's
it.
way of I was gonna say, is this the DM's way of fucking me out of having scale? Is this you were trying to take some sucker shots at my banana cage, Bilbo?
Metamoose, I have no idea what's going on.
Metamoose, me too.
Well, I was gonna see if you wanted a ring of mind shielding. But you can allow telepathic messages to come through, but only if you allow it. The only issue is that if you die, your soul enters it unless there's a soul in there already. So you could put the soul of the guy in the ring, and then you can talk to him. And then you won't have to worry about your soul going in the ring.
Was this said out loud?
I mean, I'll tell you that, like...
Scale's just like, what the fuck?
What the
I
fuck?
swear to God, if you put me in a fucking ring, I will end you.
That's
Yeah,
fair,
no,
valid, and
I'll
reasonable.
tell. Yeah, I'll tell you this is what the ring does. I'll tell you there's not a soul in the ring. So if you do die while there's no soul in it, that is a potential issue. But if you can find a soul to go in the ring, then it's not a problem.
Yeah, Hoster will take that.
Okay. So we have Morgrid with boots of elven kind. If you're unfamiliar, Jane, those boots make it to where your steps make no sound regardless of the surface you're moving across. You also have advantage on stealth checks that rely on moving silently. We have Rias with a scroll and also what was the other item you got?
It was what was the full name? It was the dragon.
It was a
stirring
dragon vessel, but it's the rare version, so it's the stirring dragon vessel. Because that was from my personal inventory.
Oh. Cool.
So yeah, so it has all of the, like, you'll just put in D&D Beyond the dragon vessel, and then it has all of the things on it up into the stirring version.
Cool.
Potentially, that you can fill it with.
Cool.
What you're saying is it's basically a really fancy cocktail shaker.
Yeah, I mean, if it sits in a dragon hoard for longer, you can improve it, potentially. But,
I mean, it's pretty convenient that one might be beneath your feet.
Oh shit! You can make mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Beautiful. So people have gotten things.
Mhm.
Caravan has been rather successful. Almost a slight kerfuffle with Maeve early on. But it was
It is.
Yeah, and I would have given them some Bloodwell vials,
Yeah.
or like some blood vials or whatever, because we have some in stock, so they can have some.
Absolutely. Hoster, I know you had messaged me.
Yeah.
Jakey.
Hoster looks at this ring. He'll keep her out. Makes a finger. As Hoster puts it on, his white eye fades. Hoster starts to go limp for a moment, and the ring glows briefly. And then both of Hoster's eyes illuminate purple.
And that is where we are going to end tonight. So make sure you check out this coming Tuesday, the 9th, for the season finale of Nightmares of the Midnight Vale. And come see us next week. We will have Jin for 2 weeks in a row. So make sure you come check it out. Until then, go check out our Patreon. Links there. Go check out our Discord. Links also there. YouTube, all the other fun links. They'll be in there as well. And until then, goodbye.
You know, I've heard of this fun wizard named Fibonacci. He has this crazy sequence where